All right, we should be live. Do a quick sound check, then we'll be good to go. Yes. Me being silent and closing a door. All right, we should be live.
Nice.
So we're live today. What the hell's going on? Well, we've run a 2v2 tournament with Queden before where you had random allies and I got Hard Roast Warrior. We did pretty alright. We lost to the eventual tournament champions. Today is a serious 2v2. No gimmick, no real silliness about it. Just get your... Hold on. We'll have a 3-minute delay. No problem, just chatting. Anyway, you pick your partner. I got Bob Man, frequent friend of the channel, master tier player, just a good overall dude. And we were supposed to have D&D this morning, but our European comrades in arms decided to just forget it was happening. My feelings aren't hurt. They're not hurt. So how's the bracket look for today? Left screen, take you with me. Boom, infinite tunnel. So here we are. $100 for first place, $50 for second place, $30 for third. Check-ins are going on right now. Everything's best of 1 until best of 3 finals / third place match. These are all the teams that are in so far. Human Man, Bob, yes, that's me and Bob Man. Don't know who's on this team, but we have Marius 12, Swarv, Uberstrikes 2, Uncle Team, Tin, Dracky Blood, Queden and Grumpy, Even Star and Void, oops, that's going to win the whole tournament, Philip, VM Berserk, and Dromelin, Artisan Tech Priest, Call the Omens, Philodendron, and Captain Melons. So it looks like we have 15 teams today. These will be shuffled. This is not the current order. Queden's working on that right now while I do the little introduction stuff. And I did mention Queden. This is hosted by Queden, Geese, and Jixxy. You can see their names right there. They run all of these 2v2 things. I'm just a freelance caster that they strong-armed into doing this. Yes, yes. So that's where we are. I will have a blocker for both, other people's armies, but also my own, because I am playing this with Bob Man. There is money on the line, so we'll play serious. No shenanigans here today, just doing our best. And I am going to disappoint him thoroughly. Okay, so we ended up with 16 teams, so now it's just nobody gets a bye round. And we'll see when Queden's done hosting it. I think we have a bye, so DM me when I should join. Alright. Yeah, there's just some bureaucracy going on. What else? What else? I feel like there's a lot going on that I need to mention. Next week I don't have a lot of streams planned. I have a lot of videos to release, but not a lot of streams planned. A lot of things going on in real life. Aside from that, it's going to quiet down a little bit before Warhammer 3. And then for Game 3 I took a whole week off when it launches, so I'll be here streaming random campaigns and shit, multiplayer, anything, pretty much. Domination mode, probably host a few tournaments. The usual. I'm trying to think, how long has this tea been going? Probably good enough. Owie! Aha! Now what do I do with this? These are good questions. I probably should have figured out in a second. Ha! Our tea in our fancy cup is still too hot. What's going on in admin land? Okay, don't need to do anything there. Don't need to do anything anywhere. Oh boy. Alright, we lost the team again. Are you serious? If the current bracket is to be believed, and there's no more shuffles, Bob Man and I get even star and void lulls right away. Oh my god. Look at that shit. Look at that garbage. Look at this utter tomfoolery. I know Houseplant and Killing Smalls were going to be in here somewhere, but I have no idea what their team name is. It's probably them, Even Star and Void, who I would bet on winning the whole tournament. Bobman and I are a pretty strong team, I would say, but I don't know, man. Even Star and Void hits different. That's hot. Ow, that's hot. Don't drink that. Oh, God. No, not like this. Oh, God, it's live. Oh, God, we gotta even start Void Law's game motherfucking one. Jesus Christ. Okay. Hey, Bob, man.
Uh-oh.
How you doing, buddy?
I have a feeling this isn't going to end well.
No. No, it's not.
Uh,
All right.
Can we get like a quick shuffle? Like,
I'm not an admin in this one. I'm just a caster. Queden already shuffled it.
uh-oh.
I know. That's
I guess someone had to be blessed with facing Even Star and Void. We got this, alright? We just have to beat them once.
Yeah, I think it really sucks for Even Star and Void. They're gonna get knocked out round one, but oh well.
How unlucky of them.
Yeah, sucks to suck. I'll host it up. I think I'm friends with everyone here. Even Star Void. Skaven and Vampire counts versus Skaven and Bretonia. A lot of Skaven in this tournament. It's good to see.
Skaven's a good faction. On 2v2s at least. They're,
On 2v2s.
yeah.
Important classification there. Lobby's up. In case I don't find you, but I am gonna try to find Void Lulls and Even Star. Oh, there you are. I clicked on your name. You're already here. Are they hiding offline? Because I know I have these people on my friends list. Even Star and Void Lulls, where are you? I miss you.
At least we're playing on the good map. Valley of Thieves.
Oh, we're on Valley of Memers?
Yes.
Okay. And then Even Star messaged me on Discord. Does he want to be besties? Yo, yo. We have a lobby up. You ready to dance? You two better win round one. I am not confident we will, but hopefully. At least Houseplant and Smalls are on the other end of the bracket, so if we beat Even Star and Void, we should be the favorites on this half.
Yay. I think we can beat Smalls and Houseplant.
I mean, yeah. Void finishing another tournament, can you wait like 15 to 20 minutes? Sure. Do you mind if I go cast another game?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Alright, I will depart this voice chat so you don't have to listen to me scream at the top of my lungs for a little bit. Alright. See you in a bit, my friend. Appropriate. So, we are gonna go check out something else. Hello, hello? We were already knocked out. So I'm here. I should tell Even Star that that's fine, though, before I just leave him. Nope, you are disqualified. I take free win. Okay. So you have Blood Penguin versus RTK's Houseplant and Killing Smalls, and I don't know Drakikral. But let's hope for their sake they're good, because Houseplant and Killing Smalls are kind of the best 2v2 in the world, usually. Usually they do quite well. They've done a lot of work for RTK in Clan Wars before. And then in some of the internal games, they were also crushing it. So they're brutal. And their combination is going to be Skaven and Bretonia. Interestingly, Smalls is not playing Bretonia since it is one of his mains. I would have assumed he would do that. Versus Dwarves and High Elves. That feels very bad for the Dwarves and High Elves, but we'll see how they fare. Not liking their chances. Yeah. Because Skaven counter Dwarves and High Elves, so they're happy to see any units from the two factions. And Bretonia counters High Elves and doesn't do that great against Dwarves, but the Skaven will have that covered. It's going to be a tough fight. But Blood Penguin's a really good player. Maybe Drakit. Dr. Dre is going to be the greatest player I've ever seen. Maybe Evenstar is... Maybe Drakit Grawl is Evenstar again, and he wants to win this tournament, so he entered it twice. Hey, Shogunik, how you doing? Skaven Bretonia versus Skaven Vampire counts for Bobman and I, huh? I'm trying to think what I'm going to do there. I don't know. Probably just Storm Vermin rush him. It seems like a legit thing to do. Who's messaged me? Drakit Crawl, any relation to Vara Crawl? No idea. No idea. But I feel like you would know if Ulrich was hanging around with Blood Penguin. Pretty good hope you're good as well. I mean, are we? I'm scared. Hey, Rusty's here. Bobman's here. Support the houseplant killing Smalls. And for anybody just joining, yes, I am technically in the tournament, but Evenstar is waiting on Void Lulls, who's going to be in another tournament for, he said, 15 to 20 minutes. So I thought I'd just go cast a game while we wait. Doesn't hurt to get some of the other people's content in here. And Queden, after the last 2v2 tournament, there was some long build times. He did enforce a rule that there's like 8-minute build times, and if you're loitering longer than that, you will be disqualified. It sucks to enforce rules like that, but last time, man, in the finals of the Random Partners 2v2, build phases were like literally 20 to 30 minutes long. My tea is finally cool enough that I can drink it. And it's delightful. If you're ever having a slow Sunday, just grab some tea. It's worth it. Oh, it feels good. Warms the heart, warms the soul. Grace was taking the pup for a walk last night, and she apparently hit a bad patch of ice and just biffed it and hit her head on the sidewalk. She seems okay now, but we're keeping an eye on her because her head hurts really bad and we were worried about a concussion, but she seems okay. Then I took the pup for a walk this morning, and at the same patch of ice, the puppy ate it, which she kind of deserved. All right, we love Hazel, but when Grace hit the dirt, apparently Hazel wanted to just keep walking and didn't really come back for her. So when she ate it on the ice, I was like, how does it feel? How does it feel, bud? Remember when your mom biffed it on the ice and you fucking left her? Jerk. Hey, Doomsage. I'm doing good. Got some nice tea. Ready to watch some games. Excited to see what Houseplant's gonna... Not Houseplant. Killing Smalls is gonna pull out for Skaven. Poison Wind Mortars are almost a must in a 2v2. Like, they're just so good at harassing people at long ranges. Jesus okay, not great then? I mean, I'm doing okay. Grace seems fine. Because that all happened last night. So now her head just kind of hurts, but she seems okay. Alright. How long we been in this build phase? Looks like about 6 minutes, so they still have 2 minutes to finalize the builds. Danielle's here. How's it going, dude? How's it going? The little chat box is slightly in the way, but we do have RTK killing Smalls on Scavinos over there. Casting a game. Can you be there after this? Alright, so Evenstar messaged me saying he's ready, so I'll go do R2v2 after this one. But since we're here, might as well cast it real quick. And we're loading in. Good luck if you're playing. Dude, I'm gonna need it. Bobman and I got matched up with Evenstar and Void Laws round 1. That shit's rough. Bannable Borps is here. Bannable Borps, did you catch any of the stream or anything for the Subfaction Civil War thing that you sponsored? Because I mentioned it a couple times on the stream, but you did donate all $100 that went into that prize pool for all the people. That was pretty cool of you. Absolute Chad. Ah, that's delicious. Loading into the Valley of Thieves. Let us see if the Dwarves and High Elves can overcome what I get. I expect to be a very uphill battle. Nice seeing Void Laws again. He is certainly a very good player. Very good, very good. Do we have any in-game volume? A little bit. It's just quiet. Don't know why. Just rewatched it today. No internet yesterday with that blizzard that hit New England. Yeah, I heard something about that. Contende was worried his internet would go out, but then it seemed to do okay. Are you hanging in there? Oh god, what is this? Alright, we have 5 Poisonwind Globes from killing Smalls. We have 5 Giselles. Okay, so it's similar to my Skaven versus Dwarves build. Curious how this will do against Bretonnia. Skaven Slaves, Skaven Slaves, Skaven Slaves. Might be a little light on the infantry. Oh wait, it's High Elves, not Bretonnia. Nah, it'll be okay. Peasant mobs from Bretonnia to back them up. We have Double Chieftain on a Bonebreaker. I am not a believer in the Church of the Bonebreakers, but I know Bob Tresh is, so maybe he convinced Killing Smalls to just take him anyway. Gracier of Ruin with the Dreaded 13th and Howling Warpgale. Howling Warpgale to lock down Gyrocopters, or Flying Lords so the Giselles can shoot them. We have a bunch of Knights. Knights of Lionheart, Knights of the Realm, a couple Questing Knights mixed in there. Some Men-at-Arms, Fey Double Paladin. Good, good. Bobman and I are running the same Skaven with Bretonnia combo because Skaven really like having heavy cavalry around. That's kind of a neat concept for them. So it is certainly a good combo. For the High Elves and the Dwarves, we have a lot of firepower. 2 Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers, 2 Cannons, Thunderers, looks like 3 Thunderers, 3 Rangers for the Dwarves. And the High Elves don't have any Archers or anything. They're going to want to spread out these Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers, though. Otherwise, they're just going to get Dreaded 13th. One Dreaded 13th will take out both of these if it's put, like, right here. Its Explosion will do a lot of damage to both, and then the Storm Vermin and Summons can just go boop, route that one, boop, route that one. Alright, other than that, we have Valyrian Reavers, a bunch of Spearmen, Rangers. Are any of you Silver and Guard? You shouldn't be, because you're just going to get Poison Wind, but I gotta check. Okay, good. They're just basic Spearmen. For the Dwarves, we have a front line of Longbeards. Dwarf Warriors, Dwarf Warriors, Dwarf Warriors. That's pretty fine. We have Slayers in the back, including some Giant Slayers. And we do have Alariel the Radiant with 1 Lion Chariot. The High Elves feel really sparse. Where's all their money? I guess it's in these Lion Chariots and mass amount of infantry, but it still feels like... It feels like I'm missing a unit. Like I'm going to turn around and there's a Star Dragon I didn't notice or something. Because all this cav is Valyrian Reavers. They're also cheap. I like the armies. I'm personally still going to favor Bretonnia and Skaven, but I like the armies of the Dwarves and the High Elves. They have a shot. Winter sounds wild for you guys. Here's just a less hot summer. Doomsage, I like that joke. If you got Poisonwind Globes on mounts, they would be called Globetrotters. Let the vengeance begin. I think there will be more grudges written in this one, my friend. Though, well, actually, yeah. Because the Skaven don't have poison wind mortars, so they're going to have to get close for their globes. Huh. But they're not that upset about that. The Jixxys can countershoot cannons and stuff before the cannons kill them all. I mean, 2 cannons and 2 bolt throwers isn't going to outshoot 5 Jixxys. And especially not with the dreaded 13th getting dropped on their head somewhere. So I do think that the High Elves will be in trouble. Look at his little binoculars. I didn't even know they had those. What do your elf eyes see? Apparently not shit if you need binoculars. What's this guy in the back need binoculars for? He's not even near the thing. Was he just going to shout at him like, yeah, up and to the left a little bit? I don't know. Alright, I heard a ready ding, so it looks like we're getting into this. Where are the ranges? Cannons, you aren't in range yet, are you? Where's the furthest yellow? Cannons are almost within range of the front line already. Both players going to move up a little bit. And what is the Bretonnian cavalry going to do? It'll dominate the cav fight, because the only thing opposing it is 3 Illyrian Reavers. So, almost nothing stopping them from running all around. But there are 1.5 million spearmen, there are some quarrelers and thunderers. I think the Bretonnian cav and the Jixxys are going to have to carry this. Personally. Cannon shots firing in. Looks like they're aiming for the poison wind globes, but just overshooting a little bit. Get kind of an incidental shot on the Fey Enchantress, but definitely weren't aiming for her. And now they're slightly hitting the poison wind globes, but just doing no damage to them. They've lost 1 model. Oof. Bolt throwers would be a little more accurate against the globes. But again, I don't expect them to be long-lived artillery pieces. Jixxys are going to tee off into some spearmen. Not a terrible target. I mean, you have much more important things to be shooting, but it looks like they fired just 1 incidental burst and they're going to go. Ooh, something hit the Bretonnian cav. I'm guessing it was a cannon volley. They didn't enjoy that at all. Is that a questing knight? It is a questing knight that took all that damage. Jixxys going to hit the Thunderers, and Jixxys have a shield breaker, I believe. Yes, they do. So the fact that Thunderers are shielded ain't going to save them from shit, and they're all dying horrifically. Horrifically. They're already going down. Now, I'm kind of surprised the Dread 13th hasn't been used yet on any of the artillery crews. That is a little strange. Poison Globes are taking a lot of damage. Between these 4, there's 1 full health one, but these 4 are all around a 3rd health already missing. Which can be rough, because you're going to need them in the late game to get through all this grinding. Because the grinding power of this army is entirely in the globes. All of the infantry sucks. Just all of it sucks. It's all Skaven slaves and peasant mobs. Alrighty, 1 Thunderer has rallied after routing. The other Thunderer is feeling the pain, but the Dwarven cannons so far have not been compromised. They're trying to shoot at weapons teams, but it doesn't look like they're getting that much damage done, yeah. I forgot what word I was going to use there. It's gone. It's gone forever. These cannons should probably shoot cavalry. Cavalry or the Paladins or the Grey Seer. And it looks like actually something has been shooting the Grey Seer, and there we go. The cannons are pounding into it. You can see a ton of damage is coming down on him. That is very good target priority. The Giant Slayers and Slayers are back here ready to defend against the Knights of the Realm, and good infantry stacking from the Dwarves is trying to keep all the ranged assets online. How's plan is pulling up Questing Knights and Knights of the Realm on the backfield. Looks like the Knights of the Realm are going to get a free charge on these Illyrian Reavers who are not quite aware what's happening to them, and they will get wrecked very quickly. But so far this is going okay for the Dwarves, especially the damage coming out onto this Grey Seer is going to be a big deal in the late game. If the Skaven lose their Grey Seer, they're in big trouble, and an Earthblood is actually going to try to heal him up. He's taken so much damage. Master Rune of Slowness is almost stopping these Questing Knights dead in their tracks as the Dwarves turn around and try to shoot at them a little bit, but also just send Longbeards at them and Ranger Crossfire. As for these Questing Knights, they pounded into spears. I'm getting a little worried about the damage the Bretonnians and Skaven are taking. Their knights are all really messed up at this point. They are not looking too healthy, and I'm scared. But they are shutting down several ranged assets. We can see Thunderers here are shut down. What's actually still free and clear? We have some Rangers. Can you hear that? If you can hear that, I'm really sorry, and let me know, and I will do my best to stop it. If you can't hear it, then never mind. I'm just going crazy. Alright, ranged assets for the Dwarves. Half health on the Rangers. Jesus Christ. Not the best time, Grace. Not the best time. Oof. Yeah, as I'm looking around, though, there's very little range left online. They've been successfully focused down. There's pretty much one ranger left. That's it. Everything else has been shut down. Bounce power still roughly even, but a little bit in the favor of the Skaven and Bretonnia. And some of their stuff is injured. But it's doing okay. It's rallying. Yeah, I'm worried. I am the big worried. We can hear that. Yeah, I was worried about that. We'll see. Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower is turning to fire at something, but they're running a little low on ammunition. I'm wondering what can kill the Paladin, the Fey Enchantress squad. I guess maybe just Thoric. Because the other Lord was Alariel the Radiant on foot, so there's really no goon squad that can do anything about this. Bounce power shifts a little bit more into the red team's favor, and I tend to agree, especially with the Fey Double Paladin maybe going to get onto Larry here, but she is going to run away rather successfully. Oh, there's so much firepower left online. Look at it all. Look at it all. Is it a happy puppy tail? No, it's Grace slamming either nails into a wall or her side lever that is only supposed to be happening when I'm not around. But, okay, it's fine. It's fine. They do whatever they want. Though I will ask them not to do that. By them, I mean just Grace. Okie dokie. Focusing on the game, it's kind of hard to focus on all this stuff that's going on. There's just so many things. But the basic concept is all these ranged units for this game and Bretonnians are totally fine. And while their front line is looking a little haggard, it doesn't really matter as long as the back line's fine. That's what the front line's for, is to keep them alive. The carry potential for the dwarves is all but gone. We have some Slayers and Thoric. That's pretty much it. And for the High Elves, we have literally just Larry. So there's nothing left on the map that can kill all this stuff. It is going to get Mortis Engine down pretty quickly at this point. Yeah. Ah, it's the sound of High Elves and Towie getting fed. This is why the Skaven Bretonnian combo is so good, though. Like, both have infinite amounts of cheap infantry to just throw at the front line while you bomb and shoot them. And then the heavy cav does some work on the side. Star of Avalorn coming down from Alariel, trying to keep some Silver and Guard alive. Oh, there were some Silver and Guard in here, but I don't think they can bump and grind through all this. I do think it's going to be GG, especially with this Bonebreaker. And a million Jezzails trying to kill Thoric. A little bit of friendly fire onto the Bonebreaker here, but it's well worth it. Thoric's worth killing. And I think Armulos is going to come in pretty soon. Pretty soon. The Armulos is Stormfirm with halberds, just because... My wife's boyfriend sucks sometimes, too. It's good times. Icky. This is over, and I will have to go find Evenstar. Game's done. On my way. And then we'll get Bobman back in here. 2v2 Team D. I should quit the battle. Are we really gonna sit here? Okay, cool. Cool. Evenstar invited me. I'm the prettiest girl at the ball. Right, checking the values real quick. For the dwarves of Blood Penguin, actually pretty good value on the ranged assets, but the melee stuff wasn't going to get anything, so it was just killing peasants and Skaven slaves. For Dracarol, his infantry kind of got crumped except for one Silver and Guard. Lion Chariots also got crumped. Yeah, the High Elf army got destroyed. For Killing Smalls, Hero Core didn't get very much. Skaven Slaves didn't get very much. Poison Globes, 1,500-ish, 1,000-ish, 600-ish, so mixed but good results overall. And Jezzails paid for themselves and more. Houseplant, Fey Enchantress, Double Paladin did well. Peasants didn't do much. Bowmen didn't do much. Knights, one knight did a lot. Two knights did a lot. The rest all kind of died. GG, well played. And I will go find Evenstar. At the ball or with balls? I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. Evenstar. 1, 2, 3. Okie dokie. So I need the black air. And it's time for me and Bobman to get wrecked. Yo!
We're gonna win.
We're gonna win. I gotta go tell Grace to stop doing whatever she's doing. BRB. Aye. I'm back.
Oh,
Alright, how we doing?
we're doing great. All right. I've come up with a strategy and the time you spent, wasting.
I am great at wasting time.
Indeed. Are we allowed to talk about the builds, or are we worried about stream sniping?
I have a blocker up. If they're listening, then there's not shit we can do about that, but we have to talk about our build, so... But they can't just look over at the stream and see what I have.
Alright. So, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
4 poison wind mortars, and we win. And then I have an Air Force.
Purple or no purple?
No purple.
Okay.
It's not as good.
4 mortars. I need to check the fruit rules and just make sure that that is legal.
Yeah, it's legal.
Okay.
I checked.
I've never thought about that many poison wind mortars before.
Yeah. It's a bit much, but...
What are we going to do about his weapons teams?
We're going to blow them up with poison wind mortars.
I've never tested this versus Skaven, because it's a weird fucking thing to test. Are mortars even going to do enough damage to rout them?
Against, Globadiers?
Like mortars against Jixxys and stuff. Because won't Jixxys just shoot my mortars to death?
Oh. I guess that is a possible... Well, what are the ranges? Let me check.
Jixxys should have a longer range. 250 to 275.
Okay, so it's not too much. So, we could bring a few Jixxys of our own, but only just a few, because Globadiers will destroy, what are they called? Jixxys. I think, if I remember correctly. It might have been before the nerfs, when everyone was playing Skaven, and Poison Wind was completely busted. But I think they killed Globadiers. And Jixxys.
Okay,
So,
I mean, we can try it.
I mean, what do we have to lose? And then Grace here of Ruin on the bell with, what's it called?
Try the 13th and Warp Kill.
Yeah. And then we kind of just, because they're most likely going to bring a lot of disruption tools, like bats and whatnot. And then, yeah, I can stop that with all my Pegasus. And then, also my Pegasus can't really get blown up by mortars and such.
That's fair.
So yeah. They could play it...
Do I want any Jixxys or no?
Just the ROR, because it's so good. Just to have a little more presence in the air. So they could play it like mass range, that's allowed. Or they could do a big old rush with mass Globadiers and Black Knights and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we just try to sit in the box, blow them up while they try to approach.
Okay.
That is a strategy.
That is a strategy. No Wicked Zap Zap?
If you want to. I don't like it, but I think you like it, so bring it. If you want to.
You could just, we could just put it on there, Grace here, and then he has to micro it all game.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I could get 3 Rat Ogres, 8 Slaves, 4 Mortars, Natty Boobos, and Wicked Zap Zap, and then I'm out of money.
That works.
How does that feel?
I think this is good.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, we focus on the range first, and then we can focus on the Cav, and then Globadiers and whatnot. Then we win.
Oh man, I'm scared.
I'm a little worried about the single entity blob with Bone Breakers and the, Isabella and whatnot.
I'm scared.
Don't worry, it's gonna be okay.
I'm scared.
We do actually, that is a problem. We do lack a lot of single entity killing power.
mean, we do have double paladin.
Yeah, but it loses to all the Skaven and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And Rat Ogres are bad. And Pegasus Knights are generally bad.
Teehee again.
2
assassins costs me... Hold on. Let me figure it out. Just hold your horses.
We do kind of need Rat Ogres, though, just because they trap stuff down.
Yeah. I'm just checking the rules to make sure I know what we got. Okay. 6 per team, SE. So that would be fine if I had 2 assassins.
Mm.
So to get 2 assassins, I would need to cut Ikid Zap Zap and 1 Skaven Slave Spear.
It's risky.
They're shit against Vargulfs. They're not super great against White Kings. They're good against other Skaven assassins, but the same can be said for even Stars assassins.
I don't know about assassins anymore. Cut them.
Yeah.
And then I really don't like Ikid Zap Zap. It's just going to get killed by Jazales most likely.
All right. Well, it's not in the build right now. It's not even here. Do we want Gorge?
Yeah. God, no.
All right, I'm bringing Gorge. No, I'm not.
Please, no.
I'm not. So now I have 1,400 gold, 1,200 if I get a Skaven Slave. I mean, I could get a Brood Horror, but those are bad.
Brood Horrors are terrible.
They are terrible.
Another Rat Ogre could be nice, and then just a Clan Rat for more chaff.
That doesn't help us with our problem of killing the single entities.
4 Rat Ogres and a bunch of Pegasus hopefully is enough. I mean, we can hope.
All right, let's try. You good?
All right. Let's see here. Yeah.
Cool. Ashen Sorcerer with Skitter Leap, Overcast, and a Doomwheel Blob. Trust me, it's awful, but it's stylish. But we want to win! It's not just me we're talking about. It's Bobman's pride on the line, too. If it was just me, I would 100% meme away my chance at victory, but we have a team to think about.
My ego needs to be satisfied. Alright. It's a pretty big map.
Valley of Thieves? Yeah, it's pretty big.
Yeah, but you can deploy pretty close. Like, Poison Mortars almost are already in their deployment zone.
How long do we have left? Still not playing? I'm playing. Queden, I'm playing. Calm down. As for really being you're in this tournament, I'm sure you are, because you definitely own this game, and you have not told me previously that you don't own this game. And we still have 2 minutes on the build phase, but I will message them. 2 men on build, by the way. But yeah, I joined this lobby a little late because I was casting another game. I was casting. Just everybody, calm down. There's a lot of shouting. There's a lot of energy in this room, especially you, Bob, man.
You're the only one shouting.
Queden shouting. Yeah, Queden, if you weren't here, Void Laws was in a different tournament for a little bit, so I went and cast Houseplant and Smalls versus Draken. God, why do I always forget his name? But Blood Penguin and Friend, and then we came back to our game. Bob, man, while I have you here, what are your thoughts on Helman Gorst with a gun?
Ooh. I mean, he is stylish, but there's definitely more stylish things.
Like
Trollface, for example. You can never count out the Trollface.
Human Boy, why aren't you playing? I am playing. Stop yelling at me.
Why aren't you playing Human?
I don't know. Everybody's yelling at me.
It's just a 1v2.
Okay. You ready to lose? Also, how was that stroke?
It was a very nice stroke. I think we have a good chance. I mean, it's only even starting for adults.
Yeah, good boy. Ugh. I have to go to
I
work
mean,
after this.
even with you, we have a chance.
Solo carry me, Bob, man.
Of
Enemy
course.
troop count's lower than ours. It's a little worrisome.
That suggests a rush. Actually, it doesn't because poison mortars have very
9
low.
low.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all my stuff is mid-range, so there's no real point for us to deploy back anyway.
So we're gonna do a slow advance. Well, not exactly slow, but until we get in range.
Welcome to the lag.
It's lovely. Spread out a bit more.
I need to move all my guys out of the way so I can see what the heck you're doing. Okay, you're going over there, I see.
We do want to spread out a bit so one Dreaded 13th doesn't destroy an entire line.
Yeah. I thought you were deploying, like, over there. Whereas you're actually deploying more over here. So I was off kilter a little bit.
And some good arithmetic. I'm proud of you.
Tee.
Woohoo!
Okie dokie.
I'm liking this lag.
It's pretty good lag. Oh, it's good stuff. Oh, it's great stuff.
Alright, so we want to send up our, what's it called, Grace here a bit in front because we want to kill their mortars if they have any.
Yeah. Still getting my clan rats in order. Boop. Right. Left 2 mortars. Go there. Right 2 mortars. Go there. Left 2 rat ogres? Yes. Right 2 rat ogres? Yes. All my infantry? Yes. Good, good. Bad luck, don't have fun.
Loza. No need to be so mean.
They're being mean to me.
They're not the one with the terrible computer.
Everybody's
Goes
yelling at
along
me. Queden, real human being, Bobman, Voidlaws. They're so mean to me. Holy
Rightfully
crap,
so.
holy that lag.
This game might take us all 20 minutes.
Yeah, if we also need to win here for the health of the tournament cast.
Of course.
Because this is with 4 people. Imagine with 5. Oh god. Oh, it's tragic.
Alright, let's do this. You know the game plan.
Yeah, kill them all.
Loza. You got that right.
It's brutal, but it's fair. That timer is not counting down in real time.
It's taking a nap.
5.
It's just starting up the battle, so it's gonna take a bit.
4.
There we go.
There we go.
Alright, they have play catapults. Alright, we should win the range duel. This is good.
Play call catapults are better than you give them credit for, but yeah. I'll drop a Dreaded 13th on them.
Spread out your lines a bit more. Make them a spaghetti line instead of that blobbed. Your mortars.
The mortars?
Yeah. So the play call catapults don't hit as much. Also remember to dodge. You Grace here.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
You can't tell me to do like 50 million things at once.
Yes, I can. Just get better macro.
Yee! Yee! Alright.
Alright, Hilton. I don't trust you anymore. Pull back your Grace.
Yeah, he needs to back up, because he can't... Graceseers can't dodge, dude. They have a movement speed of like 2.
You're just not trying hard enough.
Yeah.
Wait, can I heal your Grace here?
Yeah. Why
Oh.
wouldn't you be able to?
I don't know. I don't play 2v2.
Yeah, the undead can't heal living units, but you have lore of life.
Yeah.
Do you want me to net that guy with your Pegasus? So your Pegasus Knight's gonna get him, or what are we thinking?
I don't think I'm close enough.
Okay.
Plus, they have a Gracie of Ruin as well. I'm gonna cast the Earthquake.
Okay.
Blow him up. You're in range.
My mortars are trying. How? My Natty Boobas are claiming that they are blocked, which is interesting.
Because they're sitting on top of the poison one.
I see.
Alright, just blow them up with mortars. That's all we gotta do.
Okay.
Focus on the Zales and then shoot the Globadiers.
Yep.
Where's the Dread 13?
I think they're just ringing their bell.
Yeah. Oh my, shoot the Globadiers.
I'm shooting Globadiers somewhere. Otherwise, I'm shooting Giselles.
Alright. What is Fake doing?
There are those Natty Boobos. Okay. My Dreaded 13th blew up one of their Giselles. I'm gonna walk at their Plague Claw Catapult now.
Yeah.
Lost track of my Greyseer, but I hope he's doing okay. Their Greyseer's getting awfully aggressive.
Yeah, there's an assassin we can jump on. Okay. Pegasus Knights may be bad.
Having a bad time over there?
Yeah, they're just getting shot by Giselles.
Uh-oh.
It's alright. There's the Air Force.
We have dogs behind us.
We do?
Yes.
Oh. I see. I got a few knights in the way.
Okay.
Alright, I gave a regrowth to your Grace here. Let's keep running. You can chase off with the gun.
Let's shoot his Grace here. Still trying to punish that blob. Dreaded 13th is still trying to shut down that thing.
Let's keep those Globadiers online.
I'm gonna throw a Dreaded 13th into that giant blob of large units. But there's a lot of dogs and cav and monsters running at my guys.
That is the truth. This lag is hilarious. Alright.
Skaven slaves are rallying. Skaven slaves are rallying. Gracie is running for his life. Well, let's try to kill those Blood Knights, I guess.
You have Blood Knights.
Yeah. I've nuked a few of them. The big problem is these Poison Wind Mortars are not doing jack shit against their Giselles. I had to kill a Giselle with a Dreaded 13th. The one I have been Poison Wind Mortaring just hasn't taken any damage.
I guess that doesn't work.
It is appearing not to. Eek. Maybe these Rat Ogres can sneak over and find where Natty Boobos is hiding. It's looking pretty tough.
Yeah, it's looking a little grim. Just a bit. At least my strategy of winning the air fight went well.
That's good.
I underestimated the Giselles.
I think it's more overestimating Poison Wind. Poison Wind's fine, but it's not god tier. It's fine. After the nerfs, it's pretty bad against like low entities. Because if you think about it, Jezzails have about as many models as like monstrous infantry, and monstrous infantry are almost immune to Poison Wind.
Yeah.
I mean, the missiles themselves do some damage, but the Poison Wind effect itself isn't that great against the Jezzails.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is over.
We are falling apart, sir.
They do have a full health Blood Knight.
They sure do. They sure do. Yeah, that's GG. Oh, we got Natty Booba Sharpshooters back, baby. We won the game. Fuck yeah. What are those, clan rats? Okay. Aha, my Gracie is back. He's gonna rout again in a second, but he is technically back.
Yippee.
How's Faye doing?
Getting hunted by Vargolfs and such.
A lot of things.
Yeah. Oh, terrified.
Oh, my army lost. It's just you now.
Alright, I'll concede defeat.
That's fair.
Oh, it's gonna take a second. There we go.
I also had to concede.
Yeah.
Oof. Poison Wind mortar value.
Yeah, 2 Jezzails destroyed for Poison Wind mortars.
2,300 value on his Natty Boobos.
Yeah.
Ouch.
I really did. Oh my, the mortars. Ugh.
Yeah. The Plague Claw catapults didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even shut them down, and they still just didn't get any value. But I think they were there in case of Warp Lightning Cannons. Because they will beat Warp Lightning Cannons in a duel, because the Skaven crew behind them is so clustered together that if any of those bolts, the big fat blobs hit them, they'll just rout instantly.
I see.
How'd the Pegasus Knights do?
Trash. They just got shot by Jezzails.
Ooh, yeah. That's rough. Knights Errant did okay.
Yeah, they killed 1 Vargeist. That's it. They just avoided the air fight.
But they killed that Vargeist.
Yeah. I guess they prevented air from jumping in, but too much gold spent getting shot. And then it's all your fault that Globadiers did nothing.
God,
and not me overestimating them.
No, it's... I'm trash. I'm a trash person.
Okay.
Though, to be fair, I actually didn't know how the interaction would go because I played the Skaven Mirror so little that I was like, maybe it will. I have no fucking idea.
I mean, it's a good test.
Yeah. Stupid.
Go get Stream and
stupid Skaven being all Skaven-y. If Skaven weren't just so Skaven, we would have won.
That is a true fact.
Obviously. I wonder who Uncle Team is, because they're in for a bad time. I'll go find another game so I don't lag up this until the finals, because I'm going to see them in finals. Let's all just be honest here.
Most likely.
Omen duels?
Goodbye.
Goodbye! You have a good day, sir. Omen duels. Okay. Let's see. At Omen. Can you open spec slot? I want to get into this game. MP Alpine Ridge. It looks like Kalichar and Omens versus Swarv and somebody. Hopefully we will find out soon. I will leave this voice chat though, so no randoms show up and yell at me. I do not wish to be yelled at this day. Also message HR. Call it jar. Spec slot. Please. Don't you start that game. Don't do it. Let me in. Let me in. Eh. He gave me the password, but he's not giving me a spec slot. There it is. And the password is Omen, apparently. Alright, we're in. Who has messaged me? What is it? Fine memes? Those are some fine memes. I agree. Okay, boom. Oh, it's Tank and Swarf. I haven't seen Tank in a while. Skaven versus Skaven Mirror is a rare thing indeed. Hola. But Tank and Swarf is probably the favorite to win here. But if these are these the factions? Where was it posted? I want to know where it was posted. Show me the factions. General chat? No. Where the heck did he post who is the thing? Find your opponent, looking for partner. I don't remember. Well, whatever. I'll assume these are the things. It looks like we have dwarves and beastmen versus tomb kings and wood elves. I'm curious how the dwarves beastmen pairing. I'm wondering why they picked that one, because I'm not inherently thinking of any synergies there. Because the beastmen want to go fast. They want to go burr, and the dwarves want to sit there, and they want to go harumph. Tomb Kings Wood Elves, I could see it. So probably what the Tomb Kings would want to do in this situation would be bring a lot of the chaff for the Wood Elves, then some chariots, maybe a couple monsters, that sort of thing. Ushapti Greatbow, possibly. And then let the Wood Elves bring as many archers as their hearts desire. Some cavalry. They are the factions. But we'll see. We'll see what they're going to do. Okie dokie. You smell a Cygor? I don't know what you smell, sir. I am not you. My sense of smell is actually shit in real life. I barely smell anything ever. Grace asked me, like, does something smell off to you? And I just shrug. Nothing smells like anything. Did MP Alpine Ridge always have this big divot here, and I just haven't noticed? Because I swore the hill was much more like this all the way across, but apparently there's this big divot right here. Oh, look at him go. I hope we don't lose map diversity in Warhammer 3. Like, I hope they're not all kind of samey feeling. There are a lot of cool maps in Warhammer 2. So, what to do? Casting this is going to be hard. Not casting it, talking about the setups. So for the dwarves, we have Ekron Miners, Quarrelers all across the front line. 5 Quarrelers, that's fine. We have Slayers, Dwarf Warriors, Longbeards, some Slayers, and some Dwarf Warriors and Longbeards. Thork Ironbrow, not on his anvil. Interesting, because if he's not on his anvil, you don't get the Rune of Doom across your entire army. So I'm curious about that one, because I would personally really like Beastmen with a Rune of Doom, but I guess they didn't bring it. We have Double Master Engineer, both with Smoke Bomb and Firing of Thori, only one with Reload. For the Beastmen of Swarv, we have Torox the Brass Bull, Bray Shaman of Wilds, Bray Shaman of Death, Spirit Leech, and Traitor Kid among them. We have Ungor Spearman Herds, Gore Herds, Centaurs and Centaurs with Throwing Axes, and the Butchers of Kalkengard. I am not sold on this army. Not sold on it. I would honestly be more sold on it if Thoric had his Rune of Doom, but Beastman without the Rune of Doom, I mean, it feels like a huge waste potential for me. 2 Carrion in the sky on one side, 1 on the other. Front line of Dryads, we have a Branch Wraith, 2 Tomb Scorpions for the Nehakarans, we have an Ushapti, triple melee Ushapti, 4 Glade Riders with Spears. We do have some War Dancers, Skeleton Spearmen. We have some Tomb Guard mixed in here. It's really a very mixed infantry rush. We have some Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts, the Hawkeyes of Jakira, and more Glade Guard with Starfire Shafts. So it looks like 3 Glade Guard, 1 Hawkeyes. Setron is Kitty Cat, and we do have the Sisters of Twilight up in the sky. This is interesting. This is kind of a weird infantry push with some Starfire Shafts. I think I'm going to favor the Tomb Kings and the Wood Elves here. I like their build a little bit more. It's a little more cohesive, makes more sense to me. Beastmen infantry aren't really great at rushing, not usually, so I feel like the Dryads will do fine, especially with Starfire Shaft support. I don't think 5 Quarrelers is going to be enough to drag all this down, but we'll see. We'll see. And my hands are very dry. Sisters of Twilight, actually, are they even in danger? Not really. They can dodge 5 Quarrelers. Ooh, Double Master Engineer. If HR isn't careful, though, because Call HR is the Wood Elf player. If Call HR is not careful, these Double Master Engineers will actually do a lot of poke over time. They're one of those subtle units where they don't do so much damage in a burst that you notice them, but after a while, you'll just notice your lords at, like, half health and wonder what the hell happened to them. Best rush synergy, Imric and Greenskins just always getting that 20+ melee attack buff. Especially if the Greenskins had Wurzag as their lord, that would be pretty funny. Does Bonewood Staff apply to your ally? Do we know that? Has anybody tested that? That'd be kind of fucked up. The thing that sucks about that synergy is that the High Elves kind of aren't that great at rushing. A lot of their stuff lacks armor piercing, so Bretonia would be better, but Bretonia doesn't have the, the Dragon Horn, which is what you were talking about Imric for. So it's tricky. And we're off to the races. Carrion are going to spot a whole bunch of Centaurs right underneath them, and it looks like they immediately go into attack mode, which could be a mistake with all these throwing axes around, but maybe they're hoping to get a quick route on some Centaurs and run them right off the map. I don't know. I just work here. Sisters of Twilight up in the sky, not sure what to shoot at just yet. Necron's Miners actually take a nasty volley from something. Not really sure what happened to them just yet. Oh, it's the Sisters. Gotcha. As we predicted, the Carrion and the trees over there with the Centaurs are getting murked down, and the Dryads are very far ahead of their skeleton front line. Getting a little concerned about that as the Dwarves start to push up the hill as well. 1 Gorehorde with shields is already routed from the immense pressure of the Wood Elves shooting up at them, and the Spookies carry Dryads in their face. Yep, Centaurs are beating Carrion nicely. These Centaurs are also beating Carrion quite nicely as these Glade Riders with Spears charged in as well, but both these units are dying. So some early bad engagements from the blue team, it would appear, not going in their favor. The Ushapti have now joined the fray. They're going to help beat down some Goreherds faster and faster. Tomb Scorpion has moved in, but we do have some flanking Centaurs that are not going to get caught by Glade Riders with Spears, but who's really catching who is the Centaurs mulch down those Glade Riders, and some Tomb Guard and Skeletons are going to walk over and try to help, but if they don't have Archer support, it's going to be tough. Now, on the backfield, Hawkeyes of Jakira and other Glade Guard have just shattered off. 1 throwing axe very quickly, a quick Pendulum does some good damage to Quarrelers, but it looks like Tank was able to dodge the Longbeards and Quarrelers, and Starfire Shafts are poking at the Brave Shaman of Wilds. Still not really loving the position the blue team is in at this moment, but this backfield catch is pretty good. Getting both of those throwing axes off the field early is going to feel quite nice, as somehow, some way, Dwarf Warriors have wandered all the way up here, and these Tomb Guard have to go peel them off for the archers. Sisters of Twilight getting Spirit Leech and shot at a little bit by Quarrelers. They are going to want to start dodging pretty soon. I don't know what they're shooting at, but they better get on with it. Looks like they're firing over into this blob. Probably want to switch to Scatter Shot at this point. Oh, they're just poking Torox. Okay, they're poking Torox with their single shot. It looks like they're trying to just snipe him out for the rest of the game. Wood Elves trying to secure their backfield to keep these Glade Guard online. They are shooting at the mobility, but the frontline fight is getting lost while they do that. dwarves and beastmen teaming up with some quarrelers. So the quarrelers aren't actually shooting the front line that much. They're just firing over the hill and taking out some starfire shafts. Centaur's not having the best time, getting poked down. And Cetra helps rout off more Centaurs. I heard a pendulum. Looks like it did some mixed damage over here. If these skeleton warriors are unbreakable, they'll stay here forever. And Tomb Scorpion's dying horrifically while Torox gets poked down. Sister's gonna have to be careful. They're taking a lot of little pokey pokes, and you can see Master Engineers running over to start the poking we were talking about there. All Sisters have to do is reposition to this side of the blob. If they're gonna shoot Torox anyway, it doesn't matter where they're standing, and they're standing on the opponent's side of the blob right now. Glade Guard have secured their backfield. Mostly by themselves, but they need to retarget. They're currently shooting a Shattered guy. There's a million things going on, so it's a lot easier for me to say do this than it is for the player to do it, but still. With Glade Riders with Spears charging in and some arrow support, though, I'm pretty sure these Centaurs are short-lived, and they will go. More Centaurs will go. The Hawkeyes of Jakira are running low on ammo already, so they're going to have to really focus up and fire at important targets only. Torox not having a great time. Sisters are diving behind some Centaurs, trying to rout them off, but be careful, because you could get yourself surrounded and massed that way. And now Torox is coming. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Runaway time. Runaway time. Tomb Kings need to summon their Ushapti here and help out or something. Do something. Oh god, no, the Sisters! Sisters are dead. 100%. They might even die to friendly fire. Ooh, yeah, they died. That's brutal. That is brutal. Diving out of those Centaurs might be a game-losing mistake. It's not over for the Wood Elves, but that's really tough. Sisters were the main way they were going to take out Torox. Cetra's terrible at fighting single entities. He's just not very good at it for some reason. The War Sphinx models in general tend to just bounce off of their enemies. So the Sisters needed to kill Torox. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. The Dwarves Beastman front line isn't doing that well anymore. It seems like the Ushapti melee variant has been doing well. Oh no, if the Sisters were still alive, I would actually say this is probably in the blue team's favor at this moment, but I guess maybe not. Their archers are getting compromised by the Butcher's Calvin card running around now. Cetra's trying to fight Torox. It's not going great for him. He does have some support from the Hawkeyes, and they're doing decent damage. Branch Wraith's going to get sniped out by the Brave Shaman of Death. Unless there are some Earthbloods in the pocket, they are probably going to die. And Torox avoids a lot of missiles. Then he gets behind Cetra to try and block from the Way Watchers, but Cetra will just walk away from him. State of the battlefield. Beastmen are looking pretty tattered, but the Dwarven ranged units are very, very healthy. They can continue to fire in as much as they want. Thoric's somewhere. Vibin. Pretty sure wherever Thoric is, he's full HP. Yeah, there he is. And he is pretty much full HP. Torox is working down Cetra, even though Cetra costs a lot more. Just not built for this. And that is gonna be that. That's gonna be that. You hate to see it. Did Human say in the pocket? You know, Logic doesn't own that term. It's a real term. Oh, well. I don't see much way that the Wood Elves and Tomb Kings come back into this now. They don't have anything left. Torox is about to kill the Branch Wraith. And with that, Wood Elves might army loss in a hot second here. Ooh, did Tomb Kings already army loss? I literally don't see any of their units left. Okay, we have some Tomb Guard up on the front. Tomb Guard, Skeleton Warriors. Tomb Scorpion. But that is it. GG. Rest in peace, sisters. Rest in peace. We miss them dearly. Bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Okie dokie. Best rush synergy. Alright, I already read that, so we're fine. Cetra got 1,000 value. He's more tanky than a real carry character. I don't know why. Like I said, he just seems to have so much struggle. Like, on his Sphinx to actually hit anything, he just can't. And he has good stats. It's something about the model. College, our sisters got okay value before the incident. Glade Guard were doing great. Hawkeyes did great. Cavalry unfortunately had to die. They lose really hard to Centaurs. Centaurs, okay value, mostly got shot by Glade Guard. Torox got almost 3,000 value because Torox things. Throwing Axes also got instantly shut down. Butchers of Calvin Guard did okay. For tank, I'm imagining the Quarrelers got great value. Pretty decent across the hero core. Frontline, nothing too crazy. Slayers did okay, and Quarrelers all paid for themselves and more. So that was good. GG. GG, well played. Swarv and Tank will advance to fight Even Star and Void Lulls or Uncle Team. I shouldn't count out Uncle Team, but I don't think Uncle Team's going to win. It would be incredible if they did, but I doubt it. Who's even on Uncle Team? I want to find that list. We'll wait for the next game, because it is Artisan, Tech Priest, and Captain Melons. I imagine they're playing. Big rat balls. Okay. Okay, big rat balls it is. Captain Melons and Artisan Tech Priest. Is there any lobby that says something like that? Because I just want to see if they're playing right now, or if they already played, or if they're waiting. I don't know. I'll message Houseplant and say don't start without me. Just to make sure I don't miss it. Don't start without me. Whenever your opponent is ready. There was a rule break above us. Perfect. Just perfect. Captain Melons is getting replayed. Okay. Since apparently someone brought 3 SEM as one player. Those bastards. Those absolute son of a guns. I cannot believe them. Such dishonor, such shame. Okay. So, when is your game? Oh, trying to figure this shit out. Anyway, I want to find out who Uncle people are. Where? Hey, Simone. How you doing, dude? I am doing fine. Alright, so Artisan isn't playing yet. So let's take you over there. Let's take a look. Let's just take a gander over here. This is the game we're going to watch next whenever it's ready. Artisan Tech Priest versus whoever wins between this game that's apparently a replay. Right? Right. Cool. I'm trying to find out who Uncle Team is and see if they have any hope of beating Evenstar and Void. Evenstar and Void will fight Swarv on the other end of the game. We probably won't spectate that. Probably not. Because between Tank, Swarv, Void, and Evenstar, they are all on the same side of the world. They're, as far as I know, they're all Eastern Europe. So if they play their game, if I'm not there, maybe it won't be a gigantic lag fest. Maybe. So I'm going to hope for their sakes that me not being there doesn't ruin literally everything. So we will probably watch Artisan Tech Priest versus whoever. And then we'll watch Houseplant and Smalls versus whoever wins that. And then we'll do the best of the third place match, and we'll do the finals. Okay? Okay. Alright, so who the heck is Uncle Team, and where do I find this? Looking for play, general chat. Okay. Alright. Someday I will find this. Is it looking for partner? No. Find your opponent? Grumpy Lizardman, fuck you. That's strong. I don't see it in here. Where the hell? There it is. There's the announcement. So who's Uncle? Jixxy and Sergio. Skaven and Dwarves. Oh, okay. They might have a shot. Skaven and Dwarves is a decent duo versus Skaven Vampire counts. Okay, they might have a shot. They might have a shot. It's not a great shot, but it's a shot. Okay, alright. So, until somebody tells me what the hell's going on with that, I'm going to do a quick battle. So that we're not all sitting around here. Message me when you're good. Doing quick battle to entertain the stream. Assassin. Let's go with some green boys. Green beans. I'm gonna see if he's just taking his time or if he actually is gonna be Beastman. If he actually goes Beastman, we can start building something. Wait, that's Skaven. Shit. Hold on. Okay, add Greenskin versus Beastman that I was working on. Oh, but did it move to the official build? Scroll, scroll, scroll. Boop. Okay, so the double giant sucks, so we get rid of that. We get an Arachnarok spider. Hell yeah, dude. Too tryhard. Let's do Wurzag. Let's do some pigs. Wurzag's Revenge. Not worth it. Too expensive. Let's do Here We Go. How expensive is that? 11 Winds of Magic? No, screw it. Screw it. We don't need it. Let's pig him. It's pig time. Everybody in this army has to have a pig. If you don't have a pig, get the hell out of my army. Got it? Got it. Alright, we'll get another Black Orc Big Boss. Also on a pig, also with Rally, because he's got to help the other pigs be pigs. We need some pigs. We need some pigs. I heard you like pigs. And 1,500 gold. How do I get 1,500 gold worth of pigs? We can get that. Cut one of you. Get one of you. Get another one of you. Yeah, that's the right amount of pigs. This is just how many pigs we need. It's a pig army. What the fuck? Wait, he switched to Vampire Coast and instant ready? Well, this is not gonna work, but shit. Here we are. The joys. The joys of someone on quick battle changing their army and instant readying up. To anybody who says quick battles are superior, cough, cough, Bob, man. Cough, cough. Fuck quick battles, dude. That's why I'm glad Ant Ladder's a thing. Enemy troop count 39. Hey! 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 Bob, man, wherever you are out there, I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy that any fucking Freddy's up. God damn it. Okay. So, what we need are we need pig lads. Pig lads. We got a Black Orc Big Boss to give the pig boys some better stats. I'm actually going to give Boar Boy Biggins to the pig lads because the actually though, with only 39 models, I think I have this because strangely enough, I should be able to drag down their guys. So this is kind of going in my favor. I guess we'll run one pig way up there. And where's Egg be here? How do you get in that quick battles? I've never gotten that treatment. I swear to God, this is all that happens to me in quick battles. Every time I play quick battles, it's some dumb bullshit. I've been draw-kited, I've been people immediately leave the lobby, people immediately ready up. It's just quick battle things, bro. Okay. So, we'll just throw a pig at literally everything. Have you guys loop around. Yeah, we won't do that. I'll throw a brain burst over here just for the melee attack. Go, Piglies! Go, Piglies, go! Dodge! Dodge my piglies! Dodge them all! Alright, how are we doing on leadership across the board? Not super great. Go, my piglies, go! How are we doing on Wah? Okay. Let's just do that for some damage. Get a Wah going. Go, my pigly monsters, go! They cannot stop your pigliness. Your infinite pigliness. With Wah and Brain Burster, we have like 58 melee attack on these guys. Let's go. Up, back down to 34. And when Bone Staff wears off, it's back to like 20. But I think we did it. Let's give some more melee attack. Rally the lads. Rally the lads. Literally rally the lads. Hey, we got pigs terror routing over there. That's not allowed. I guess I should have taken the ITP aura, but I didn't think about it. Because at the time, I thought I was fighting beastmen! And we have proven today, here, once and for all, that pigs are the best. Can you guys hurry up with that? How are we doing on casting something? Pretty fine. Alright. Come on, get in range. Let's rally them. Keep them in that fight. We don't give up. We don't quit. Also, are you guys seriously taking that long to kill the Lamprey's Revenge? Alright, we did it. GG. Use F and G, it's like Spirit Leech? Yeah. Wah again! Victory wah! Though I once got dodged 3 times by a guy saying he won't play against people from a clan. That is true. When I was in a clan, I got dodged a lot. I mean, the pigs did pig stuff. They were good pigs. Nothing on his army paid for itself, because how could it against such raw power? And that took 30 seconds. GG. I told Artisan Tech Priest to message me when he was ready. So we'll see. Evenstar and Void did advance, so they'll be fighting Swarv and Tank. Skrokrick. Let's do a little bit of coast. Now I get to play the coast. If they don't have either of the Beastmen DLCs, Bretonia would be their first thing they load into. So I'm not sure if that's actually his army or what's going on here. So we'll hold up for a second. If he does go with Bretonia, I have an Araness Assault Spite build I like. Let's do this. And then we go... double Gunnery White? I think it's double Cannon, double Mortar. Double Cannon, double Mortar, 5 Polearm Mobs. I think we do have double Gunnery White because the Scab Scraith is really nice. Scab Scraith. And I keep the accuracy thing because mortars are terribly inaccurate, so I like to have at least 1 Gunnery White with it. Go full Necrophax? I could bring 1. I'll bring a Necrophax. Cut the cannons. Fine, 2 Necrophax. All crabs! We just saw all crabs on the enemy team! You people with your weird demands and your strange ways. This is fine. What? Alright, sorry, Skrokrick. Smalls is messaging me saying Artisan's match is in the select. 2v2 tourney, Valley of Thieves? What? What's happening? I don't know what's going on. I was suddenly messaged saying there was things to go spectate, and I see nothing. I also asked Artisan to message me when he was ready, and I haven't gotten a message from him. But Smalls is messaging me, telling me that Artisan's ready, but not the... I'm upset. I'm upset. 2v2 have good internet? I'm pretty sure that's not where I'm supposed to be, but we'll find out. One of the semis is ready. I can go do that, I guess. Yeah, you're not real. Alright, fine. We'll go try to cast Even Stars game if they're still in the lobby. I just was avoiding it because I'm sure my presence is not going to help the lag situation. Spectator slot. Even start! Spec slot plus... Okay. Spectating, even star, so you go ahead. With this, no spectator slots. People with no spectator slots, no respect today. Today's youth, the youth of today. Just nothing. Give. I don't see Artisan's lobby either, though. I doubt it's 2v2 Tourney, because that one's been there for a while, and it's on the Valley of Thieves, which was the first map. Not the second map, so I think that's the old one he left. After the sub-faction war shenanigans yesterday, where, like, there was just so much wrong with, like, so many things, my patience is super low! Open the spectator slot, please! It's hurting cats. Also don't see Artisan's lobby unless he named it something strange, but... I'm friends with Artisan Tech Priest on Steam, so I should know whatever lobby he's in. Not that one. Unless he's appearing offline. That bastard. Don't know. There we go. You don't know, man. You message them in Discord. How dare you? How dare you do things and stuff? All right. Boop. Hey, go up. There we go. Howdy. Beastmen and Dwarves versus Skaven and Vampire Counts. Fingers crossed, lads. Finger crossed that the internet gods favor us this day. That the hamsters are spinning in their wheels. And that the sharks are not nibbling on the cables. Ladies and gentlemen, fingers crossed. Cross your goddamn fingers. I see you. I see, not you. You. Not, you're fine. You. Cross your goddamn fingers. Do it. Thank you. All right. We're going to make it through this. Hazel's upset. She doesn't have fingers to cross, and she thinks I'm yelling at her. Poor puppy. Poor puppy. Finger guns, except they're crossed, so the bullet would make the chamber explode. Ah, no, my finger hand. I'm in a strange mood today, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't figured that out. Oh, I can check out both builds of the enemy team. Oh no, Swarv and Tank just cleared their builds. No, they had builds sitting in front of me. I saw them. I saw the builds. Alright. Oh, Swarv preloaded his, so he can load it back up at any time. I see. Okay. Well, I need a cherry 7-Up and to go to the bathroom. and to give my puppy a pat on the head. So everybody, just take a second, pat your puppy. Pat your puppy. Do it. Go find a puppy and pat it. Even if it's a stranger's. They haven't done anything yet? Okay, cool. Is the streamer in his right mind? Nope. But if I was boring and professional, then who would even care, right? Hubby seems unhinged today. We are with Evenstar. You go ahead. Now Artisan Tech Priest is waiting for me, and he's like, hurry up and join. And I'm like, I sent you a message saying I'm with Evenstar. Go. Get out of here. Never want to see you again. Okay, not never again, but like, never again. 2 min on builds. Oh, shit. I typed that to Artisan, not to this game. 2-minute builds. So what do we have? We have this. This game's happening up at the top here. It's not the one we're spectating, but it's happening. So hopefully we'll spectate this one. Other semifinal will be ready. We spectate this one. We'll do the third place match, and then we'll do the finals. Those two are best of threes. This is going to be a long stream. Am I casting the bronze match, Queden? Is that a thing? Or am I casting the finals and the bronze match just happens? Because 6 2v2s potentially is going to be a lot. We'll see what time it is. I guess I don't have a hard time to be anywhere, but I did want to go to work. And then get some stuff on the machine. And then come back. Bum, bum, ba-da-dum-dum. I'm focusing on Warhammer. I'm doing a lot of analysis. So they're building their armies, and you can see that there's a blocker up and all those things, and yeah. The little kitty looks like Princess Leia. Oh my god, she's so cute. Oh wow, jeez. Oh wait, you guys are watching my screen? What? No, what? I was doing my job. What? No. Come on, I wasn't looking at cats. Alright, both sides said they're ready. Voidall said he's ready. He just hasn't readied up yet. Who's betting better, Nurglings or Poplars? Poplars, dude. The problem with Poplars... Grace was not a huge fan of Futurama, so I didn't finish my rewatch of it, but we were going to rewatch that series. Well, it'll be a rewatch for me. It was the first time for her. Okie dokie, we are getting into the game. Swarv and Tank versus Evenstar and Voidlaws. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there is a storyline here that I just remembered. I ran a 2v2 Capture the Flag a long time ago. If you don't know what that is, Capture the Flag is where one of you has just a lord, pretty much. Like, I'm glossing over this. But one of you is just a lord, one of you is a real army. And if the guy with just a lord, if his lord dies or shatters, that's the flag and you lose, right? It was Voidlaws and Ark in the Black versus Swarv and Tank. And Voidlaws and Ark in the Black were just like destroying the tournament. Like everyone they ran into, they just slammed them into the ground. They were heavy favorites. And there was the last game of the finals. Swarv and Tank were down in the game. They were losing, and they just went all out Hail Mary to kill Ark in the Black's Lord, the flag. And Arkin was getting a little overconfident and playing a little too close with his Lord, and then he tried to pull him out, and he actually got surrounded, and they were beating him up. And while Swarv and Tank's flag was running away from Voidlaws, they actually did manage to kill Ark in the Black first, and it was like this huge fucking upset. So I'm sure Voidlaws and Evenstar... No, Evenstar's and Ark in the Black, so maybe he doesn't give a shit, but Voidlaws is like, not these two again. I'm gonna kill him. Boom. Plot established. That game was super hype, though. So, for the Beastmen and the Dwarves, we have triple cannon, 1 Thunderer, 2 Thunderers, a Quarreler, Ekron's Miners, another Ranger, then we have Dwarf Warriors, Dwarf Warriors, Dwarf Warriors, Dwarf Warriors, we have 1 Slayer, Felix, to heal up the Dwarf Lord, Thoric Ironbrow, no, a Rune Lord on an Anvil. Tank, you're baiting me. Why won't you take Thoric on his Anvil? He is so good. Why would you take a Rune Lord on his Anvil? He doesn't have Rune of Doom. Tank, what are you doing? Okay, he does have Missile Resist. But Tank, what are you doing? Master Engineer, no reload, just Flash Bomb and Firing of Thori. Cool, cool. And the Beastmen are figuring it out. We have Torox the Brass Bull, Bray Shaman of Death with Spirit Leech, Ungor Spearman Herds, Ungor Herds, Ungor Spearman Herds, Centigors. Centigors are throwing axes, more Centigors. We have the Butchers of Kalgankard, and we have the Eye of Morsleeb. Very heavy investment on the artillery for their side. On the other end, we have Lord Skrulk, a chieftain for the Skaven. And then we have a bunch of Skaven slaves, 4 Poison Wind Globes, it looks like 3 or more Jezzails, backed up by zombies, Vargeists, Fellbats. I thought I saw a Vargulf in here. Everything's moving around. Isabella von Karstein to heal up Lord Skrulk with the Blood Chalice, because Invocation of Heck can't heal him, so you need the Blood Chalice, as he is a living thing. Pit Fighters of Hell's Deep, 2 other Rat Ogres, the Dire Pack, and the Chillgeists. And we have 2 Graveguard with great weapons. And that was a brief moment of lag that I hope is never to return. Skaven feel like they're missing something. Yeah, the Rat Ogres are there. Okay, so I was like, not sure where all their money went, but with more Rat Ogres, that makes more sense. 3 Jezzails versus 3 Cannons, a Cygor. Yeah. Dwarves will technically win that ranged battle if they focus down the Jezzails entirely, but it looks like Evenstar and Void are going to deploy in the trees and move up through the trees, which is going to be bad for them. So, the correct play, in my opinion, is when you see your opponent doing that. If a majority of their force is in the trees, you are not obligated to attack them. That is literally stated in the fruit rules. It says the opponent is not obligated to fulfill the attacking rules as long as the opponent is in the forest. So while you don't have to fulfill the attacking rules, run the fuck away from the forest. Go over here. Reset up your line. And what that ends up doing is your line's now here, their line's now here, and they have to come out of the forest and attack you. And then it's like nothing happened. With the added bonus of now there's no forest on either of your flanks. Whereas over here, when you're holding this position, this forest is still on your flanks, so Centigors could... not Centigors. Black Knights, Blood Knights could run up through here without getting shot and then have to cover this distance. Whereas if you resettle your front line, they have to cover this distance. Right? So if on Tower of Hoa specifically this ever happens to you, don't go towards the forest and don't just turn and face the forest. Move away from it. Get yourself some space. Alright? How to avoid forest camping 101 with Hummus Boy, yes, yes. Okay, should be getting close to ready about now. I have a hard time believing in this Dwarf Beastman forest because it just looks so small. It feels so tiny. But it does have 3 cannons and a Cygor. I don't know what to think. 2v2 is hard to predict what's going on or who's going to win, because all your traditional, like, matchup knowledge goes out the window. As, oh, I know this about dwarves, because they don't have cavalry. Well, they have cavalry now, so... I don't know. They'll do fine. Skaven should do okay, though. Because they're not as scared of Beastmen with Vampire Count infantry around. The biggest problem for Skaven is that their infantry routes so quick in the Beastmen matchup, but with Undead, you don't have to care. If you look at the mini-map, we can see there is something being deployed in the corner over here. Centaurs are throwing axes. I wonder if they'll notice that the Chillgeists and dogs are back here, and I also wonder if they'll notice that these are the Chillgeists and not want to fight them so close to the edge of the map, because even with 4 Centaurs, you'll probably lose to the Chillgeists just due to terror. That sort of thing. And we're off to the races. Are you guys spotted? No, you're still hidden. Wait, how are you hidden and they're not? What is this? Centaur is getting caught by the Dire Pack. The Dire Pack are anti-large, and plus the Chillgeist, this is going to be a very quick terror route against Swarv, and I think these Centaurs will run. Now, the big thing is if he can somehow angle them so they run inwards rather than out towards the edge of the map. And it looks like he is angling them correctly. They're running inwards, but that is still a whole Centaur unit that's pretty much dead. They're going to get run down. You can see the other Centaurs aren't even coming to help because they realize they can't do anything against the Chillgeists. Where's the Spirit Leech caster? Beastman Spirit Leech caster, if they're near the forest at all, could try to catch a Chillgeist with a quick Spirit Leech or two. Just whittle them down a little bit, but it doesn't look like... I think they're on this side of the formation somewhere. There they are. So they're not nearly in range. Dwarves and Beastmen turning to face the forest, not getting any extra distance from it. And a terror route comes in almost immediately from the Centaurs with throwing axes. Butchers of Calton Guard thought about going and fighting, but decided against it. Zombies were summoned from Isabella just to try and trap in a couple more of these Centaurs with throwing axes. And that's a really good start for the Vampire Counts. Really good start. Took out 2 Centaurs already, pretty much. Now the Butchers are trying to chase the Chillgeist back into the woods. But again, they're already in the woods. Let them go. Let them go. You can't fight them now. This is also really bad because the dwarves aren't moving away from the forest. So now this map that used to be this long is pretty much going to end up being this long, and you have triple cannons trying to get their value back in this distance, which is not great. I Have More Sleep is throwing into Jixxy's, and he actually gets a good hit. He takes out 2 models right away. Go I Have More Sleep, go. I don't have a video on my channel waiting to release about you and how big of a piece of shit you are. Nope, definitely not. Definitely not. Only good things to say about you, I Have More Sleep. Okay. Rocks flying in. Skaven are moving up through the forest. That's why this isn't forest camping, is because they're not sitting in the forest and engaging or anything. They're just moving up through it. This is actually perfectly legal, and I've harped on about it, but like, if you are watching, I personally think this is the exact wrong thing to do when your opponent is moving up through this forest. Engaging them on the edges, getting poked out a little bit, and it's like, it's the vampire counts. They're just going to heal up whatever you do to them. It frustrates me. No, move away. Oh, no. The Eye of More Sleep is firing into the trees still a little bit. He's trying to get some hits in, but I mean, these are Skaven slaves. Gets a nice shot onto them here, but his ammo isn't infinite. He only has 21 more shots, so he can't really be thrown at Skaven slaves anymore. Jixxy's are now going to start firing through the trees out at the Centaurs. Some of their bullets get blocked by the trees, but not, you can see not a ton of them. Some are still getting out. Overcasted Gaze into Gash? It looks like it was, and they pound into Torox, getting a little bit more poke on him. But not a lot they can do against Isabel. They don't have any nets or anything that can be cast in the air. Dwarves have a slow, but it's not enough. If the Eye of More Sleep is closer, he could throw down his Warp Gaze onto Isabella, and maybe 3 cannons could tee off into her. But Jixxy's are starting to shoot out now. Alright, this is forest camping. The Jezzail shooting out isn't forest camping. My problem is that these icons stopped moving. Now they're moving up a little bit again. There we go. Okay. Yeah. If they stopped and fired with the Jezzails and that was it, that would be a problem, but they're moving up again. And that is exactly what Tank and Swarv are now doing what I wanted them to do and get the fuck away from that forest. Because now they need to come out. But you can't just sit there and let them do that. Like, that's, you know, part of you might be like, wow, even Star and Void are forest camping. But the other part of you could say, you're fucking letting them get away from the forest! And now they're going. Good. So now the Skaven have to come out. Nothing's in their range. They need to move forward if they're going to do any damage at all. But this is a big mistake over here. Chillgeist are going to catch these Centaurs along with Bats, instantly routing them off. And that is yet another Centaur picked off and doomed. I have more sleeps. Ooh, his ammo is magic damage. So if it gets a nice solid shot there, that could actually do decent damage, but it lands just a little bit short. And 3 cannons are firing over here under the Chillgeist, but they do have, I think, 70% physical resist due to being ghosts. And those Centaurs somehow didn't rout, so good job, Centaurs. Nice job hanging in there. Tank and Swarv have taken position on this hill. I don't know where the edge of the map is. There it is. So, this Centaur's a little close to the edge of the map, but at this point, it's a little too late. The Skaven clearly aren't trying to flank. And they have one flank open if they want to, but they're just doing a straight-up push. 3 cannons are now firing into the Warplock Jezzails. But there are 4 of them. I thought there were 3 earlier, but it must be a 4th one. This Quarreler is very caught out. I'm a little curious about this moment here, as the Dire Pack is going to catch up to them, and so is Isabella von Karstein. She's going to summon a zombie right behind them, most likely, so they can't really move away. And Centaurs aren't pulling up nearly fast enough to bail them out of that situation, so that is a dead Quarreler. 100%. The zombie summon does come out. Actually, it looks like it might be a skeleton. Yeah, it's a skeleton warrior summon to try and fight those slayers. I don't know if that was worth the Winds of Magic and the overcast damage. They can just not. The slayers are faster than skeleton warriors. So they can just run away. And now dwarf warriors could run up and take the fight if they wanted to. Blue team is actually a little ahead on the balance of power due to just beastmen things, I think. But also the cannons reaping their deadly toll on these Jezzails. How are we doing? 2 at half health, 1 almost dead, and 1 full health. It's going okay, but the Jezzails are also firing at the cannons, and they're pretty soon going to take out that whole cannon crew. Now that they're in range, Jezzails are incredibly effective at that. I have more sleeve is still throwing. Looks like he's throwing at Graveguard, though, not helping with the Jezzail duel nearly as much. Where is the Lord? The Rune Lord with his 20% missile resist needs to be standing next to his cannons, so that the 20% missile resist actually helps the cannons. And actually, the Jezzail switch their fire around to Torox, letting the cannons keep shooting at them. That could be a mistake later in the game, we will see. Fellbat's coming in, moving up the flank, doing okay there. And a Plague comes in from Skrulk. Trying to do some damage to Dwarf Warriors, but they are just going to move away. Before that gets its real damage value out. The Skaven Slaves did somehow rout the Thunderers with a little bit of support from Poisoned Globes and I think Jezzails. But as far as the Jezzails go, we're down to 1.5 teams, pretty much. Skrulk has run in with his Chieftain. They're routing off some of the Dwarf Warrior front line, and these Ungor Spearmen herds are chasing into the Rod of Corruption. They're taking a lot of damage. Butch's Skeleton Guard and Torox are running around here trying to rout off the stuff that has gotten into the lines. But earlier in the game, we said the Beastmen and Dwarven lines were looking a little thin, so heavily invested into range that now you can see it coming in. There's just not enough melee troops to stop everything from going on. And some of the melee troops are even Beastmen, so they're trash. The Ungor herds over here are going to go away. And now Graveguard and Rat Ogres and Chieftains are all pushing into these lines. It's going to be heavily down to Torox and the Butchers of Skeleton Guard to save this. Both of these healthy cannons are shut down by Clan Rats and Skeleton Warriors. I think both those are even summons, which is even worse. The cannon that is wounded is still technically alive, and they're going to try to shut down these Jezzails, most likely, because they are poking Torox. And Torox can't stand and fight and dodge at the same time, so the Jezzail is just going to have to be shut down so he can stand around and fight. Master Engineer somehow got all the way over here, and Isabella plus some dogs are going to fight him. That's a bad place for him to be caught out. And Chillgeists are ready in the back to sweep up any of these routing units and make sure they don't stop routing. Fellbats also. Balance power is creeping back to the middle for the Skaven and Vampire counts, and that's pretty good considering Beastmen usually have an advantage on the balance power. So that actually means they're probably a little bit ahead. Torox and the Butchers might just gun it for Skrulk right now. It looks like that is in fact what they're doing. There's not a lot of mass between them and Skrulk to stop them except for these Rat Ogres, but even then the Butchers Skeleton Guards cause terror, and the Rat Ogres are at half health. I Have More Sleep just takes out a Butcher for literally no reason. You idiot. Alright, cool. Thanks, I Have More Sleep. 2 cannons are routing. Spirit Leech Caster is routing. This last cannon is off of its mount and very close to routing. Torox is still getting shot by Jezzails, and that Whittling Fire is going to slowly take them out. Sorry, him out. He is not of them. Though, Skrulk got caught up in some Centaurs briefly for a moment, and now the Butchers are here to party. Okay, can you snipe Skrulk? That will be huge, because that is both the Caster and Lord. He suffered overcast damage from what? What did you do? I don't know what Skrulk tried to overcast, but he suffered overcast damage from it. Another Rod of Corruption, but the Jezzails, as we can see, are really making Torox have a bad day. And Isabella's coming over. She probably has a Blood Chalice. She does. 2,500 healing coming in for Skrulk, which is pretty much his whole health bar. Overcasted Gazeman Gash is going to finish off Torox the Brass Bull along with some Jezzail Fire. So he is dead. Balance power goes heavily into the favor of the red team, and that is going to be that. GG. I do not see a way for the blue team to win now. I mean, Butchers are technically surrounding Skrulk, but they're getting shot by 3 Jezzail teams that are about to run out of ammo. Should be enough to finish them off, though. Vampires have enough assets in the backfield. They can keep killing things. I Have More Sleep gets dragged down by Rat Ogres and the Pit Fighters, so just a whole crap load of Rat Ogres. Yeah, and even the Butchers aren't having the greatest time. Rune Lord's here, but unlike Thork, he doesn't have any armor-piercing damage, so it's not going to do that much. Skrulk's getting a little low. Sun's getting real low, big guy, and it looks like the Vampires are not going to invest anything in chasing off Torox, so he might actually come back. That could be a big mistake, but I don't know if it's going to matter. Skrulk has routed, as the Rune Lord and Butchers are beating him up. Torox is back. Jezzails are out of ammo. Centaurs are here to rout them, if that even matters, because they don't have any ammo. Ooh, Torox has 1 HP. He's actually alive. He has 1 HP. It's not just the HP you get before he dies, but that means he ain't coming back this time. Vargeist eating alive. The Butchers of Khaldun Guard, they're down to 3 models. Isabella's running around. She's low on health, but she can, you know, heal. I think she can use the Blood Chalice on herself. I don't remember if that's other heroes or not. We still have a full health Vargulf, actually, running around here having the best day. He's just having the best day. That might be the series. Skrulk rallies! Welcome back, Skrulk. It's good to see you. Don't randomly rout like you tend to. Don't know why you tend to, but you really do. Torox is back with 1 health, baby! Let's go! Beastmen are a low leadership faction, by the way. Holy shit. He's really gonna fight to the last health. That's not okay. That's not okay. Torox cannot come back with 1 health. That's not fine. Alright. That's GG. There's no way our Rune Lord and Felix can carry this whole game. Kind of surprised Army Loss hasn't come in for poor Felix yet. Rune Lord too, I guess neither of them is unbreakable. Isabella did cast a blood potion on herself. She's full health yet again, though healing capped. And the surround is coming. How many Slayers do we have? 8? It's not enough. Even in a Gotrek and Felix book, this would be the end. This would be the end. Waiting for the end of the world. Felix is here, and so is this churl. We don't care about nothing else, but we're the buddy cop movie on your shelf. Rated PG-13, and it sucks. Maybe straight to VHS. Felix and the Rune Lord. Alright, Even Star and Void. Get in there. Finish this off. 1 or 2 good monkey punches on that Rune Lord is going to cause army losses. There it is. GG. Well played. It is a crazy time to be alive. Okay, Artisan Tech Priest looks like he's not done with his game yet, so we can't hop over to the other semifinal just now. Third place and finals, just finals. I have more sleep, 1,600 value, pretty good. Butcher's Calvin Guard, excellent value at almost 1,900. They cost 1,700, so that did get their cost back. Centaurs, mixed value. The ones that survived did okay for a while. Torox did not great. Like 1,100 is but he costs more than that, so Castor did fine. For tank, Rune Lord, 2,600 value on the Rune Lord. That's kind of nuts. I wonder if he was Rune of Wrath and ruining stuff and I wasn't seeing it or what he was doing. Master Engineer, almost 900 value, pretty good. Felix, 73. Felix, how? How did you get no thing? Boom, 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 boom. Ekron's Miners. We have the Slayers. They did okay. Paid for themselves. Polars did okay. Thunderers did not. Cannons across the board did fine. They did fine. Skrulky Dulk of Evenstar, 1,000 value, 290 for the Chieftain. Boop, 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 boop. Skaven Slave Spears, somehow one got 600 value. That's pretty funny. Poison Globes did really well. Giselles did overall well. Overall kind of paid for themselves. Rat Ogres did good. For Void Lulls, Isabella, not as much value as I would have thought, but she did okay. Chillgeist did okay. Double Vargulfs were just used to run stuff off for the most part. Oof. Yeah, the Dire Pack getting a lot of value. So Tank and Swarv will head to the third place match, and Evenstar and Void Lulls will head to the finals. Okie dokie. Replays. I want to save that one to cast just the 1 HP Torox later. 1 HP Torox. Got him. All right. Where is the thing? Oh, I still don't know what lobby Artisan Tech Priest was ever in. 2v2 Alpine Ridge, that looks likely. What's the highest value I've seen on a Skaven Slave? Probably like 400 is maybe the most. I think I got a Skaven Slave onto a Giselle in a Skaven Mirror once with that build I used to run that I still run when it's for fun, but it's not actually a good build, where you pile a whole bunch of Rat Ogres and stuff. Where did that 2v2 just go? Okay, it's still going. Battles, custom battle. What's the build? So it's Skaven versus Skaven Eshin something. I should have it. Skaven versus Skaven Rush. Is this one? Yeah. Yeah. So with this build, you take the Eshin Sorcerer and then you overcast Skitter Leap. Everything in this blob is invisible and you run at them. One of these two Skaven Slaves once got onto a Giselle and killed it, so they got like 450 value. I misclicked on your message, KV. I'm sorry. I was trying to get rid of the porn beneath your message. You did nothing wrong. So, Queden and I were just talking. I am willing to cast the 2v2 for the bronze matchup. I don't think I would have the time to sit in another 2v2 best of 3 lobby while everyone does picks and bans and does stuff. So what I think we should do, if Queden's okay with it, and hopefully he's in this chat listening, I'm proposing that we have the third place match play off. So like I'll go to the finals, and while we're doing the finals, third place plays. And then when we're done with the finals, I cast the replays of the third place so we don't have to sit in the lobby and wait. Because I don't think I have enough time to wait for Artisan's game, do the houseplant versus whoever wins game, then get into a lobby, 3 pick and ban phases, then get into another lobby, 3 more pick and ban phases. But replays, you can just bang that shit out. Fast. You hear me on stream? Get moderated, KV. Yeah. So this 2v2 is still going. Blind picks will be? Yeah. But I meant like the army build phases are still a little... So I'd love to cast the replays. I just don't know if we can sit in the lobby and stuff if I'm going to go to work today. I would rather cast the replays of the third place match than cast replays of the finals. Obviously, that's not ideal. You're fine. Okay, doke. So third place, send me replays. Yeah. Otherwise might go long. Because how long has this tournament been going? 2 hours already. So it'll probably be another hour until I even get to those replays. So, yeah. We'll keep cracking on. Quick battle for the people while we wait on the next thing. I'll see my way out. Hey, KV, come back. I didn't delete your message because you're a bad person. I deleted your message because I don't like you. So it wasn't your message's fault. Let's do Lizardmen. We don't play a lot of Lizardmen. What up, dude? Let's go to Hanuin. We love to Hanuin in this house. We will do Amber Spear and the big spooky spell. Give everybody poison? No, most things already have poison. 200 gold for 20% damage resist when I'm casting. That's going to be a big no from me, my guy. Did my master's thesis today, so good. Hey, man. Congrats. It's a shame he's about to get destroyed. But, oh well. Nothing you can do about it, I suppose. Double Skink Chief in the sky. Let's get the big rippers. Let's get the small rippers. Thank you. This guy doesn't deserve to get air cheese, dude. This guy deserves a real battle. Let's give him the fucking engine to the gods. Let's give him the engine to the gods that he deserves. I still don't want either of these. These are trash. So I need a caster? No, I don't need a caster. You are a caster. You're a strong, independent caster. I can just go infantry at this point. Saurus, do Saurus do okay against Berserkers? Sure. Why not? Ready when you are. Good luck, have fun. This is the nicest person I have literally ever met. And I'm about to destroy him. That makes me sad. That makes me the saddest person in the world. We have some skinks. We have our sacred boxicors. We have some horned ones. I'm good now. I don't really need anything else. Let's get some Sallies. This is the greatest build that has ever been invented of all time. Bow before my power. Alright, let's dance. Let's do this! For HV, who completed their master's thesis today. Summertime and the living's easy. Yada yada yada, I don't know the words. Me, So, Human Boy, do you think Dom would be better? Domination. Oh, if they made it wave income instead of constant, like you only get your income every 90 seconds or 120 seconds? Maybe. I don't know enough about it to really give a super educated opinion, but I do think, personally, I wish domination mode was like you had a big army at first and you got small reinforcements here and there. Not a huge fan of having a small army at first. It just feels weird, but it seems like it'll be a fine game mode. I'm excited to play it. I'm also excited to play El Clasico. So, I'm fine with both. I don't know if this is true, so I could say something and then you guys are like, at hour 46 of all the streams, for 10 seconds it was talked about and you missed it, you idiot. But I hope there's a way to, like, deploy in Vanguard, like, if this is the map, right? And your normal deployment zone is, like, you come in here. I wish, like, if I was deploying Death Runners, I would get access to, like, any corner of the map so you could actually, like, summon in flank units. You know what I mean? But obviously they would cost more, but you're paying for that to put the fear in your enemy that someone could spawn behind them, because that's how a flanking unit would work. If you spawn, like, Death Runners back here, well, they're going to have to walk all the way around to get the flank you wanted. So I think Vanguard units should have a different spawn point. And hopefully the spawn point isn't clearly marked for your enemy, like, hey, your enemy can also spawn in this one spot if they Vanguard, FYI. And you just put, like, if you're Bretonnia, you just put a peasant mob there just to watch it. I don't know. It seems silly. Absolutely. I'm not confident about this. What do we have for Norska? Famir Warriors, great weapons. We have some javelins, shadows cast with enfeebling foe and pendulum. We have Throg, Marauder champions, Marauders, Marauder champions, Marauders. Alright, somebody came to play. Beast of Tashnar and Norscan Ice Wolves. Okay. Somebody has Marauder champions. Feeling real cool. I get that, but... Are you on a chariot? You're not on a chariot. Are you on a chariot? You're not on a chariot. Okay. Well, the Neighbor Spear doesn't have a target, so I guess I'm shit out of luck. I'm running away. Okay, Horned Ones kick their ass, and if you don't kick their ass, I will be extremely depressed. Also, let's just real quietly just throw this out there while he's busy. He doesn't even have to know what's happening. Just shush. Shush your body. Ah, you're pulling away, you coward! Real men would stand in the laser. Wait, I can't say that about him. He completed his thesis thing. I'm sorry, I'm toxic. It's because I wasn't raised very well. Alright, you guys all go over there. These guys are still doing great. You're not having such a fun time. Let's throw this down. We have Horned Ones rampaging all over the world, and oh my god, you're gonna die. Horned Ones, save me! Save me from my sins! Hey, don't do that. Come on, dude. Move in. Move in. No, you slow Saurus butts. Okay, Horned Ones wrap around. We're still shooting at him. We are about to lose to Hanowin. That's not good. Those champions? No, those are basic marauders. Okay. Tehenowin has shattered. He hasn't died yet, so we aren't taking a huge leadership debuff, just a pretty bad one. And can Horned Ones carry? The question of the ages, I suppose. Okay, let's try to get some free fire shots in on that guy before he gets free. Horned Ones are doing great. Come over here and do more great. You guys come over here and do more great. And Salamanders, is your range really that low? Is it really that low? Oh my god. You trash. Uh-oh. Sally's assist. Okay, Horned Ones are routing them off. All Saurus, come over here. Horned Ones, make sure that those Marauder champions never come back. These Horned Ones, fight them. And you have successfully saved yourself from those dogs. Congratulations, you saved yourself. Saurus, go over here. Horned ones, keep chasing, doing good. Doing good. No! No, leave me alone! Not like this, no. Stop it. You stop it. Sallies are fast, aren't they? 70 speed? Oh yeah, we'll be fine. These guys have 40. We'll be fine. Split up to do a little bit of kiting, though. These more Marauder champions? They are. Eek. Shoot him in the butt. Shoot him in the butt. Shoot him in the butt. God, that is not doing any damage. That is such a shame. Okay, you need to defend yourselves. Sacred Croc scores, you're back with 2 models. That is plenty. Get back in there. Something else rallied way off in the distance. Welcome back. Holy crap, these salamanders suck. They're doing nothing to these mist stalkers. I mean, Famir warriors. They don't have missile resist. They don't have anything. Oh wait, what is this little icon? If leadership is lower than 50, it's disabled. Oh, and they're unbreakable right now, but still, earlier you thought it would do okay. Okay, we've almost broke them. Maybe if these salamanders fire in, we'll get it done. I don't know. Wee ha! Mass route, mass route, mass route. Shoot Throg, shoot Throg, shoot Throg. You route because your friends are routing. Route because your friends are routing. All the cool kids are doing it. Mass route, mass route, mass route. Infantry, proceed, proceed. Don't give up. Don't stop believing. We ain't giving up for shit. We still have salamanders, for God's sake. Okay, horned ones are rampaging in here. That means they're gonna do fine. Saurus warriors, these ones can stay. These Saurus warriors can keep chasing these guys. Those jabs are getting a little close for comfort. Run away. I don't know where you are. Come back. I don't know where you are. Come back. The horned ones are beating up Throg. Can we do it? Survey says no. Go into melee. Go into melee. Don't get distracted. But you are armor piercing in melee, so go do that. Horned ones are shattered, or what the fuck just happened? No, you're breaking from Throg? That pussy? I still don't have a Discord message, so I assume there's not a game waiting for me yet. Hello, Humus. Hyped for Tour Warhammer 3 already? I am too. It will be very, very cool. This is looking pretty dicey. Okay. Salamanders still chasing around the Famir that actually are close to rallying if we give them a chance. And balance power's just on the edge of army losses. I feel like that's a little disingenuous. Like, just a little bit. Yeah, horned ones! Go, horned ones! Go! Go, horned ones, go! Okay, those guys shattered, those guys shattered. I think these javelins using their ammunition on these skinks is going to help me out a lot. I'm hoping. Okay. 600 health and 50 health. I think one of those is more likely to come back than the other. Can the horned ones route those guys? GG. Don't you throw out the GG just yet. I'm going to win. Whoa! Who the hell told you to stop following them? Oh, you have guard mode on. Yeah, that would do it. Okay. Are they going to rally? It doesn't really look like it. Come on, horned ones. Come on, Saurus. Will you guys figure your... What are you doing? I've never been more disappointed in a unit than I am in these stupid salamander hunting packs that are just doing utter nothing. Utter amounts of nothing. Go. Shoot. Shoot! Shoot! Yeah! Nice job. Alright, you're out of ammo. And fair enough. Wow, those are some of the bravest Marauder Hunters of Javelins I've ever seen. Go, Sallies, go! Well, that's a Premier Bale Fiend of Shadows. Oh, Throg used the breath attack to get army losses. That is stylish. That is stylish. Nice job, dude. Nice job. You'll love to see it. Next semi is ready. Why does nobody message me these things, Queden? I specifically ask them. Smalls, I'm upset at you. Oh, one of the hunting packs got 1900 value. Okay. What's it called? What is it called? If they had more armor piercing, they'd be fine. Oh, Philodendron versus Marius. Got it. Okay. You heard Turin say that Vanguard is a lot more important now. He didn't elaborate, though. Oh, okay. Hopefully it is. No, Queden, you messaged it to me, but I asked a lot of the players. I was like, hey, let me know when your games are done. Why are you upset at me? Because I asked you to let me know when the game was ready, Smalls. You gosh darn degenerate. Fucking Smalls. Alright, we're here. It looks like Artisan Tech Priest's team was defeated by Marius 12 and Vorturius. Vorturius. I've never heard of either of these players, but they got this far, so they must be pretty good. They are fighting an uphill battle against Smalls and Houseplant, though. We have Dark Elves Empire versus Bretonnia and Skaven. Probably Bretonnia and Skaven favored. Yeah, probably Bretonnia and Skaven favored, I would think. Yeah. Dude, I love the Salamander hunting packs, like, as a unit, but they are so jank. They miss a lot. Their arcs of fire aren't super good. They don't have good armor-piercing values, unfortunately. They can have weird times following orders, like that weird part where I told them to attack something and they formed into a ball for no reason and started hitting each other, and it was like, get it together, guys. Get it together. Razordons are okay, though. I will say Razordons are actually okay. Yeah, that's weird. So after this game, to give you all context, because it's a scary world out there and a lot of shit's going on, we have Marius and Vorturius, who somehow got some cool text for his name, versus Philodendron. Whoever wins this will go face Evenstar and Void on stream right after. The other one will go fight in the best of 3 bronze match at the same time as we're doing finals, and then I will cast those replays right after. Bing, bang, boom. Human boy don't know what a name means? It's a plant. Philodendron is a type of plant, I think. I think it's a small plant. Because Grace has a philodendron somewhere. I don't remember which one it is, but I know she talks about it. Philodendron. Oh, yeah. It's the broad-leafed plant. She actually has like 2 or 3 of those. Yucky ducky. Hanniden's is playing Rocket League. And Poisonous. Skaven. Pretty sure it's an old wooden ship. I mean, it can be both. But a philodendron is a plant. Philodendron ship. I'll look for the ship. And it just keeps wanting to ship me philodendron plants. No! Google. Oh, Dark Elves and Empire are ready. They're right to it. They're smack dab into the game. This is what we love to see. We love fast builders around here. Houseplant and Smalls dragging us down, taking more than a minute to make their builds. Wow. Wow. Let's publicly shame them. Let's just start a poll. Start a poll. All right. Boom. Poll started. Let me know what you think. And we're into the game. Cool, cool. I took the blocker down, right? Nope. Good double check. Done, done. Back to the Tower of Hoeth, semifinals map, and I'm very curious to see what the Empire and Dark Elves brought, because I could see what the Skaven and Bretonnians brought behind the screen blocker, but I couldn't see the other side. Okie dokie, it's a rush. That's a good plan. Don't try to outshoot the Skaven, it usually doesn't work. So we have Demigryph Knights with Halberds, Pistoliers, Knights the Ebon Claw, Sisters of Singing Doom Witch Elves. We have some Blackguard of Nagarond, including some Bleak Swords, Blackguard Corsairs with Handbows, Dark Riders, the Royal Altdorf Griffites, Spearmen, Sigmar's Sons, Flagellants. We have some Huntsmen to support the push. Volkmar the Grim, Jade Wizard with Earthblood, Regrowth, and Dwellers Below. And we have a Firecaster with Burning Head and Fireball. And Malice Darkblade. I like him for the Dark Elf Rush. I don't think of him as a meme. Maybe they're memeing, but I like him because of this minus 16 leadership. It's very good at punching through the front line if you're already going to do a lot of shock damage. We also have a Canaan Assassin. Does he have the free Soul Stealer? He does have the free Soul Stealer. Good build. I like it. I like it. I don't know if it's going to win, but I like it. As for the Skaven and Bretonnians, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Poison Wind Globes. We even have Poison Wind Mortars, Nanny Bubo's Sharpshooters as the only Giselle. Looks like it's the only Giselle. They might have been expecting the rush. Okay, sorry. I thought those were their units for a second. We have Knights of the Realm, Questing Knights, more Knights of the Realm, more Knights of the Realm, and in the woods we have Council Guard, Storm Vermin. We have more Questing Knights, Fae, Double Paladin, some Peasant Bowmen, Peasant Mobs mixed in with Skaven Slaves, Peasant Mobs, Peasant Bowmen mixed in with Peasant Mobs, yada yada. I am a little... Actually, I am concerned about this Skaven Bretonnia build because their front line is such garbage that actually if the Dark Elves and Empire like collide with the front line without dying, they will smash straight through it. So that could be a problem. The map is big enough that maybe they won't get there alive, but I guess the range is infinite. I mean, you can see right here those ranges of the... Are those the Poison Globes? No, those are the Archers. These are the ranges of the Poison Globes. So the real damage is going to start coming in when they get here. And the Poison Globes have from here to here to stop that charge, which is going to be difficult. I don't know. I like this. I think the Dark Elves and Empire have got a decent shot. Decent shot in here. Curious what this... If they're super patient with this Vanguard and just don't reveal that it's there and leave it alone until these Knights... Because they have to wait... If this Vanguard's going to work, they have to wait until the Knights are pulled up to support the front line, and then you can run in from the back and hammer everything. But if they get a little antsy, they could reveal their presence and also just get countered by these Knights. Because Knights of the Realm will... Knights of the Realm will smash Dark Riders. Not even close. I don't even know if the Dark Riders will deal a point of damage. I mean, they are anti-large, non-armor-piercing knights that are worth twice as much. And these are non-anti-large, non-armored light cavalry. So you would friggin' hope that Knights of the Realm would smash them. If they didn't, we'd have a big problem. And waiting. It looks like the Dark Elves and Empire are still setting up roughly. Both teams currently have a lot of assets in the woods. Trying to avoid getting shot at by stuff. Because the Skaven and Bretonnians don't know they're getting rushed, per se. I mean, there could be bolt throwers and cannons and Hellstorm rocket batteries and stuff, so... They also think they might have to advance through the woods. A lot of woods advancing. A lot of good luck have funds coming in. It's about to start. We're about to go freaking crazy. Sigmar's son's right next to the Sisters Singing Doom. Now that's a juxtaposition if I've ever seen one. These guys are on the same team. Who is messaging me? Is it important? Shit. Okay. We'll deal with that later. One of my friends might have gotten COVID. I only saw the one text in a group chain, but might have gotten COVID. Bretonnia is advancing until their natty booba sharpshooters get in range, then they'll probably stop and start firing. As for the Dark Elves and Empire, they definitely want to advance because, you know, rush. They want to advance and never stop advancing until they hit that white line. Now, good play so far. Good play so far. Marius and Vorturus keeping these skirmishers in the trees, keeping them hidden, not coming out to play. I know I get usually just too aggressive, and I try to go around the knights and do all that stuff, but it's just way better to wait. Just better to wait. Slow little advance. I wouldn't hate for... Oh yeah, there's also Poison Wind Mortars. Okay, Dark Elves and Empire have to move a lot faster. They're on a clock. Let's go. Run! Sprint! Sprint for your lives! They are starting to advance a little bit now. The woods engagement is kind of happening. But there are a bunch of Skaven waiting for them. I think they suspect at this point that something's going down in the woods. Just because there's not enough out here. That would really distract them. Ooh, and this cav is slowly revealing itself. Skaven and Bretonnian armies are going to pull away while the Poison Wind Mortars fulfill the attacking rule. And these skirmishers are still hidden. So Skaven theoretically shouldn't know that they're here. Shouldn't. Ooh, this could be really bad. Gracier of Ruin is caught, but he's going to throw down a Dreaded 13th on himself, nuking down some units, but ooh, not doing nearly as much damage as the Royal Altdorf Griffites wanted. And now Bretonnian Knights of the Realm are going to fight Demigryph Knights with Halberds, which is not a fight they want to be in at all. Malice and the Knights of the Ebon Claw and the Royal Altdorf Griffites are trying to push through these Halberds and get back onto the Gracier, but it looks like they're having a bit of trouble there. Front lines have almost collided. Poison Wind Globes and Archers are destroying the first rank of Bleak Swords, but these Huntsmen also have to move up and support a little bit more. Volkmar the Grim has come over, trying to pin in this Gracier of Ruin a little bit more, but a Dwellers Below, cast by, it looks like the Fey Enchantress, just deletes these two extremely elite knights, and that is a very big loss at the start of the game. Volkmar throws down his own banishment over here, though, trying to help out these Demigryph Knights with Halberds, though it looks like the banishment is going to curve back into them a little bit, do some friendly fire damage, but mostly it's just killing off Clan Rats and Knights of the Realm. Greyseer comes over to help, and also the Demigryph Knights with Halberds are pushed away. You see the balance of power is very far against the red team as all those very, very elite units are pushed off. That's like 5,000 gold worth missing already. Front lines are getting crumped on their advance, and some Poison Wind Globes are getting a little bit caught, but the Pistoliers and Dark Riders have come in now, and there are still Knights waiting to catch them out. And that is probably going to be a quick victory for... House Wyant and Smalls. Maybe. We'll see. Malice is in the woods next to two Paladins and two Chieftains and the Fey Enchantress. I mean, you can't fight 1v5 very well like this. Volkmar's trying to keep up, but Malice is extending way further than him. And a Burning Head goes onto the Poison Wind Mortars, but does almost no damage. Because it doesn't do any damage to weapons teams. Almost none at all. Pistoliers are kiting into the woods, but they're running out of room to run, and Malice is now getting beat up on all sides by several different people, and he needs to pop the demon to Zarkan before he routes, because if he routes, he's not unbreakable himself. Zarkan's unbreakable, but he's not. So he's going to have to cast it pretty soon. Though, Vorturius is probably watching that specifically and is waiting for the exact moment to try and do that before he breaks. Poison globes are still killing a lot of stuff. The Empire and Dark Elf front lines have collapsed entirely without any cav support. And that one Dweller's Blow got so much damage, right, dude? So much. We do have Demigryph Knights with Halberds back. They are going to help fight the single entity blob, but a second Storm Vermin Halberd summon has come back. So now Volkmar and Malice are getting attacked in the back by anti-large Halberds. And more Knights of the Realm. Yeah, Knights of the Realm are charging in and past. Okay, they're trying to hit these Demigryph Knights. They're not trying to add the single entity blobbing. Zarkan does come out, and he's going to, if he casts all of his abilities right now, he'll actually do good damage to this big old blob. Reaper of Souls was cast. Very good, very good. You'll love to see it. How are we doing on the far side? Not super great. Some Knights of the Realm have gotten back here to fight the Huntsmen, though they are getting poison winded by their own homies, so they're not loving that. But they're doing okay. Firecasters trying to disrupt some Poison Wind Globes, but there's just so many Poison Wind Globes left. It's really down to Volkmar and Malice in the woods here. And they do right off the Storm Vermin summon, but all the single entity core of Houseplant and Smalls are just going to run away, let Malice bleed himself out over time. Pistolers in the woods are very healthy. They're not in a position to do anything particularly useful at this juncture. Skaven and Bretts together are so dirty. This is where they miss the SFO more elite units. Even Elf, Tier 1, Tier 2 infantry are not as garbage as Clan Rats. I see. Aren't Elf infantry already not as garbage as Clan Rats? Sorry, I'm slightly confused by the wording. The Council Guard are in the woods trying to hold off Malice while they're unbreakable with the Black... Oh, the Black Guard of Naggarond were somewhere in the trees. Looks like it was a little bit of a disjointed charge where one side collided without their like elite infantry, elite cav. Poison Mortars attempting to finish off Demigryph Knights with Halberds. What the heck? Didn't Human Boy say he had to go to a work job? Thought the tourney was over? Tourney's not over. I just said I do have to go to work after this. But my work is more get your things done than like punch in at this time and punch out. So I have to go run a test today. But no one's there on a Sunday. So it's kind of like as long as I go there and get it done, doesn't matter when I show up. Another burning head onto some Poison Wind Globes. I have made a video about this. It strangely got a lot of views, but anyway, if you're out there, don't burning head Poison Wind Globes. Doesn't do anything. Stop it. Stop it, please. Volkmar's still running around, Malice is running around, but he is slowly bleeding out, and aside from that, it looks like the Dark Elf Empire armies are kaput. They are dead, they are in the ground. There's not a lot left. We have a Lifecaster trying to escape at the moment, and some Blackguard getting Poison Winded, but Poison Wind is a great equalizer. Doesn't matter if you're a Blackguard of Naggarond or a Skaven Slave. It's going to do the same damage to you. Well, all the better. Yep, we're still going. We have finals after this, and then third place after that. Volkmar is throwing down a Soulfire Bombardment onto these Paladins, Double Chieftain, and the Enchantress, but there's so many single entities here. They're all fighting. Malice Darkblade is still hanging on in there. Still fighting, but he's now fighting Double Chieftains. Not doing great. Volkmar's running low on his healing cap. Poison Globes are coming back. Balance of Power is going heavily against the Empire and Dark Elves, and army losses even starts to come in for both the armies, though both their lords are unbreakable, so this still could take another hot minute. But Houseplant and Smalls will move on to fight Voidlaws and Evenstar. That's Philodendron. Damn it. What's your name? No! Show me your name. Well, it's not going to show me who that is, but I think it was Marius and Vorach and Vortars. God damn it. Marius and his partner are going to go fight in a third place match. Okay. I told you they were good. I told you. You people didn't believe me. You're like Houseplant and Smalls? What a bunch of chumps. What a bunch of chumps. Human Boy saying that they're good at this stuff? They're going to be shit. Well, who's laughing now? Probably Smalls and Houseplant. And Bretonnian Knight's got an okay value, not great, but I imagine the Skaven did excellently. Double Chieftain did really well. Council Guard did okay. Poison Globes probably went nuts. Yeah, overall pretty good. Poison Mortars did great, and Natty Boos barely paid for themselves, but still had plenty of stuff to do. For Marius, Volkmar did okay. Lifecaster did okay, so one of the dwellers below must have been pretty good. Demigryph Knights with Halberds did well. The Royal Altdorf Griffites just got murked. And Vorturius, Malice did okay, not nearly enough. But his transformation to Zarkan isn't tracked, so we don't know after that. And the Knights of the Evan got 200 value. Brutal! Brutal. Yo, yo. Oh no, they already left. Okay. I'll see if Queden can message them about the third place stuff. For now, I think my overall point is quantity comes before quality in vanilla. Greenskin Spider Rider Swarms Bretts with a core of hero units usually beat, say, elves who got overpriced infantry for what they do. Yeah, elven infantry is generally overpriced. Generally. But I see a 20 stack coming in PvP. They usually win over the elite army. Not as much anymore in the current meta with how good chariots are at killing 20 stacks, and like Toroks and Gorbals and Manticores. And like chaos armies are usually a couple chaos warriors and then 2 exalted heroes, 2 Manticores, and Archaon. So definitely depends on what faction you're talking about. But I will agree in general. Because elven infantry cores almost never win. Yo, yo. Elven infantry cores almost never win, and then like you don't see Soras super often. You usually see skink cohorts and skink javelins more than you see Soras. So that is a good example of the cheaper infantry generally being better. Yeah. Indeed, indeed. Okay. Can you message third place? Send replays. They left before I could. Okie dokie. Alright, Queden in the chat saying he'll take care of the bronze match. Boom. Good, good. I have the blocker up. Great. Gonna need a bit longer on our build since we send blind picks for 2 and 3. Gotcha. So Void and Evenstar already sent their blind picks because they've been waiting for a while, so they've had plenty of time to think. Killing Smalls and Houseplant have to think about this best of 3, which is the first 2 games you play the same 2 factions you've been playing all tournament, and after that you just send blind picks, which they do right away because you don't really get to know what your opponent picked, obviously. Eastern Straits Isles South, the map is selected and we're good to go. Okay, all right. Tank and Swarv are setting up their 3rd place match. Good to go. Can Killing Smalls and Houseplant defeat Evenstar and Void Lulls? Maybe. Honestly, maybe. They are a very, very good duo, so are Evenstar and Void, so I think this is going to be a fucking banger. I still would slightly favor Evenstar and Void to win the tournament, but whereas Bobman and I would say we had like a 30-70 chance. I would say Killing Smalls and Houseplant is like 45-55, you know what I mean? So it's slightly favored for Evenstar and Void, but I don't know. They're pretty nuts. They're pretty nuts. Waiting on their picks. Well, not their picks. I think they're working on their armies now, hopefully. What's up, Danielle? The ominous What's on your mind? What's going on? I'm scared. Okay. Will we see mortars again? They done pretty good? Probably. Mortars are pretty good. Just don't bring like 8 of them. Over-indexing on mortars is not a way to go. Alright, Queden has sent me all the blind picks, which I will now read off on stream so that they are not blind anymore, and everybody just knows what's coming. No. Nope. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Everybody calm down. Tomorrow off? You have tomorrow off from work? That's cool. That's cool. I do not. I have to go in today, and then tomorrow check on what happened today. So hopefully things go well. We have been struggling with the problem for almost a year in this assay I've been working on. And it's the first assay I ever worked on, so I was getting trained in over a year ago on this stuff. And one of the ground steps, like imagine you're building a house, like a house out of those Jenga blocks. And we're getting on like the 4th story. You know, and we're running into all these problems. We've been having these problems forever, and now there's one specific problem that's we've had so many difficulties solving, and then I finally think I solved it. But the problem would be is that one of the Jenga blocks we put on the 1st story was wildly incorrect. And then I'm going to have to deal with that, and that's going to be fun to explain in the meeting, like, so we did it wrong, and we've been rolling with wrong information for almost a year, and they're going to get mad, and I'm going to be like, technically, this happened while I was being trained. So it's like, it was like my 2nd day on the job, and it's kind of the guy who was showing me how to do stuff. Apparently, he showed me how to do it wrong, because he was there, and we did it together wrong. But it's been a year and a half since that mistake, so they're going to probably just be like, well, you're here now and you know what you're doing now, so we're going to blame back then you as harshly as we blame you now. So I'm not looking forward to that meeting. You still going? Is this the final with Rat Boy in it? This is the final. I'm not in it. I'm not in it. We got knocked out versus Even Star and Void round 1, baby. Let's go. So tonight is what I'm running at work is I'm testing with the fix that I think I found for that Jenga block. But then I'm going to have to explain it if it does work. And they're going to be like, well, why was this a problem? Because I did it wrong. Why'd you do it wrong? Because I didn't know what I was doing. Just keep it to yourself. I mean, we all know this has been a problem. I can't just show up and be like, I fixed it. And they're going to ask how. And I'm going to be like, I don't know. I'm a cool guy. Like, that's not going to end well for me. You just work there. Alrighty. So what do we got? For Even Star and Void, Even Star really seems... Actually, that's Void. Void really seems to like 2 Vargeists. He almost always brings them. We have Isabella again, some Crypt Horrors, a zombie frontline. I see some Cav in the distance. Are they Blood Knights? We do have Blood Knights. Dire Wolves. And some Scaly Spears. For the Scavinos of Even Star, we have 3 Giselles. I'm guessing there's probably more. I didn't see. 1 Giselle, 2 Giselle. Okay, 3 Giselles. We have Poisonman Globes. It looks like 3 of them. We do have a mixing in of Rat Ogres. We have some Eshin Triads. And Clan Rat Spears. Yeah, that's about it. Gracie of Rune. Dreaded 13th. Howling, Warp Gale, and Warp Lightning. Cool. I swore I saw a Plague Claw. Where did that go? There it is. There's 2 of them way up front. I just missed them now. I had to tell my supervisors I spent 2 months using the wrong console model because you asked the wrong questions. Yeah. Why? Right against what I imagined. Wow, that isn't the white line? The white line goes into the ocean? That's interesting. I wonder if you can walk into the ocean. Anyway, Skaven Bretonians are going to have to move up because they're right against the white line, but their deployment zone is, so I don't know what you would expect them to do. As for them, we have Skaven slaves and peasant mobs, as we've seen throughout. It doesn't look like there's any clan rats mixed in here at all. One clan rat with spear. Yeah, that's it. Grayseer of Plague with Dread 13th and Vermintide. We have double Chieftain on a Bonebreaker. We have 4 Jezzails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Jezzails. Some peasant bowmen. This is really clumped together. 3, 4 Poison Wind Globes. And then we have some knights. Knights of the Realm, questing knights. Knights of the Lion-Hearted, Knights of the Realm, questing knights, Knights of the Realm. We have Fey Enchantress, double Paladino. It's pretty good. I don't know who to favor. The Plague Claw Catapults are going to do a decent amount of damage on the way in, but once the Jezzails get in range... I guess once the Jezzails get in range, they'll have to shoot the other Jezzails. So maybe that'll help the Plague Claws, but I just don't... I don't see them being that good. Was this a mistake? Killing Smalls all of a sudden moved all 4 of his Jezzails into the woods. All 5 of his Jezzails into the woods. And they're trying to avoid getting spotted, but I think they're only like partially hidden at times. Like if a couple of them move outside, I think they're losing their hidden trait. So I'm curious about that, but he is trying to avoid them getting shot by Plague Claws the whole way up, I guess. Skaven Slaves, Knights of the Realm, they're just advancing for right now, trying to spread out a little bit. Plague Claws firing into the woods, hitting some Skaven Slaves. Looks like over here they're trying to hit some Poison Wind Globes. But they're a thin target to hit. And Gaze of Nagash coming in for who? Coming in for what? What's going on? There he goes. Tried to hit Poison Wind Globes. That is a very interesting target from Void. I didn't think it would do that much damage. I mean, it did not a lot. I just meant I didn't think it would do a lot. Jezzails have moved up through the trees and are now firing it on the Plague Claw Catapults. They're going to do a lot of damage very quickly, and Evenstar abandons the catapults and runs away. Actually, the lag's not too bad, so that's exciting. Jezzails are shooting into Smalls' Jezzails, and they're trying to run back into the trees. How are we doing here? 2 of them are perfectly fine. 3 of them are doing okay. Now, what does suck a little bit is that they're quite clustered up, so any Plague Claw Catapults hits now are much more likely to do real damage rather than, like, partial damage on one model. And Isabella von Karstein's coming up. They did not take the Skaven item, the Howling Warp Scroll. Sorry, the Warp Storm Scroll that can slow down things. And Eshin Triads are going to slam into Knights of the Realm of Houseplant and do a lot of damage over here. But I don't think Houseplant has noticed this is happening yet, as his attention is probably focused elsewhere. So those Knights are going to have a very bad time. And now Blood Knights are going to rear charge them. Dogs might even rear charge them, as the Eshin Triads nuke them down and lower their armor by 50%. Houseplant is now going to pull them back, but it might still get caught. Warp Lightning does a little bit of damage to the Jezzails. Fey Double Paladin are moving around. They should probably just fight this Grayseer of Ruin. As the Bretonnian Questing Knights are nuked down while standing in place, it looks like their micro is focused elsewhere. So while these guys were running away, these other ones lost a bit of their micro. But this could be really bad from Evenstar, as Questing Knights and Fey Double Paladin are catching up the Grayseer of Ruin, doing a lot of damage to him. Isabella's going to have to come over and give the Blood Chalice if that guy is going to survive this encounter. Most likely. Poison Wind Globes and Archers are now reaching the front line, doing a lot more damage, killing a bunch of zombies and other random crap. But Direwolves have routed 1 Jezzail, and other Jezzails are just routing from all the damage they're taking. Grayseer of Ruin ends up at about half health before Fey Double Paladin's pushed off by Eshin Triads and Stormburn with Halberd summons. Cool. The RTK lads are doing okay in the ranged fight, but it looks like Evenstar is getting a little bit better of them in the ranged battle. And the Knight engagements are not going well so far. So far, I haven't seen anything really go that well for the Bretonnians, so that's bad. These Direwolves, unbreakable because they're undead, have to get killed all the way through. Fey Enchantress and her Double Paladins are coming back to try and help with that. They do shatter, and now the Grayseer of Plague is here. Rat Ogres, Eshin Triads, and a whole bunch of other random crap is moving in at this point. And it looks like the Skaven are going to summon some Clan Rats to try to muck up the advance, as Fey Enchantress will charge back in here to Morrison down some things with a Dreaded 13th cast also thrown over here, heavily committing to this engagement, trying to kill these Triads and Rat Ogres. And that feels a little bit like an overinvestment to me. Blue team is going to fall behind in the balance of power at this point. Their front line is kind of collapsing a little bit. A lot of their ranged assets are shut down. Jezzails are having a hard time firing at anything. And for Evenstar, 2 of his Jezzails are extremely healthy, and so are his Plague Claw Catapults. So the 5 Jezzails of Killing Small is just not able to find the right targets for them unfortunately shut down too much. Zombie Summon is mucking up one of the last healthy Jezzails, and it looks like Vargeist are getting killed by some Knights and Fey Enchantress and Double Paladin. Where are those Blood Knights? They've probably done a lot of work. Blood Knights on the far side are a little weak at this point, but they've killed plenty of stuff. So they probably did okay. The Triads are still moving up, offering support for the Blood Knights. Jezzails are falling back. I don't know why. I don't see what's chasing them, but I'm sure there's a reason. That is a lot of routing units, though. Look at all those routing units. Pretty much all that's left is the Hero and Lord Corps for each faction. Skeleton Spearmen and Poisonman Globes are nearby, but there is a summon and a summon of Stormvermin Halberds running after them. And is this guy on the ground? This is the Gracier of Ruin. The Double Paladins are trying to goon him out, kind of their last chance in this game. And the Double Chieftains on their Bonebreakers are getting a little caught out by Skeleton Spearmen and not supporting the Gracier of Ruin, who's about to get gooned by 2 Vargulfs. And he will not enjoy that whatsoever. Fey Enchantress does throw down a nice Chalice of Potions, takes out some Skaven Slaves and some zombies. But Even Star is going to even the odds with a Scorch onto some poor little Clan Rats with Spears who are going to run away. And Smalls gets his own Scorch down onto more Clan Rats. So a lot of Clan Rats getting scorched by their own things. Rat Boy, tell me when 15 minutes are past. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It's a weird thing to ask me to do. Fey Double Paladin are very healthy, but that is it. I wonder if anything for Bretonnia is even here other than that. There's a big rally coming back here. Blood Knights are trying to secure this little position, but some Knights are here. They can probably fight back, especially if those are the Knights of the Lionhearted. Oh, I was looking for the Companions of Quenel's, the questing at ROR. Jezzail's poking down the Gracier. He's getting very, very low. Soon he won't be able to dodge anymore, and he's not even dodging that effectively right now because his is a very slow-moving chariot. Isabella tries to get a hit on his side, misses slightly, and a Paladin's going to get onto her, but now the Gracier's routing, can't dodge anymore. Jezzails are going to finish him off, and with him finishing, the Skaven will hit army losses most likely. And then it'll be just the Fey. Huh, kind of surprised the Skaven didn't hit army losses. Their one chieftain is apparently keeping them in the game. Jezzail's trying to hit the Fey Enchantress. She does have missile resist, physical resist, and magic resist, I suppose, but 15 armor is 15 armor. So they'll do alright. Poisonman Globes, gonna kill the last of these questing knights, though they might take the Jezzails with them. Yeah, that's pretty decent. That is over, though.
Retreat! Surrender!
Army losses is here. That is that. Whee! So the Fae got 1,700. Her Paladin pals got 700 and 1,000. Pretty okay. Spearmen and Peasant mobs all died for the great cause. Peasant archers also died for the great cause. Knights, mixed values across the board. Some paid for themselves, some didn't. Smalls, Gracier got 600 value. Chieftains, 900 and 800, 400. Ooh, these Poisonman Globes got murdered. They did not get what they needed done, and the Jezzails also got just crushed. For Even Star, Plague Plot Catapults got not a lot of value between them. Jezzails got excellent value. Rat Ogres did okay. Globes did okay. Neither Globe really doing very much. Triads almost paid for themselves. Gracier did okay. Void, Isabella got 60 value. That's pretty funny. Gaze into Gash on those Poison Globes must not have done a lot. But Dogs and Blood Knights got good value. Crypticals did fine. Vargeist did fine. And Vargulfs did okay. Not great. GG, well played. So the blind picks from Queden are Bretonnia Beastmen versus High Elves Dwarves. And the map does look to be L'Anguille. L'Anguille! I'll put the blocker up, and then I must go to the bathroom real quickly. BRB. Calm down, you hooligans. Alrighty. We have dwarves and high elves yet again. Someone else was running that combo. Who was it? Damn it, I'm forgetting. Was it... no, Call HR was running Tomb Kings and what else? Dwarves and high elves is Blood Penguin. Blood Penguin and Draken something. Crap, why am I forgetting that guy's name? Yeah, they were running it. I'm wondering what the synergy is there, because now Houseplant and Killing Smalls have picked it too, so there must be something about it. There's something about Molly. So, if Evenstar and Void take this game, they get $100. If Killing Smalls and Houseplant lose this game, they get $50. If Houseplant and Killing Smalls can rally and win the next 2 games, they get the $100, and Void Lulls and Evenstar get the $50. And the winner of the 3rd place match gets $30. It is very much a fat prize pool. All thanks goes to Queden and his mysterious sources for getting that money. And I assume Geese, Howard, and Jixxy have also contributed in some way. Though most of my communication was with Queden, so sorry if I always mention him first. Sorry. What to say about things? I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. Vampire Count Skaven, I don't know. It doesn't feel that strong, but then they just keep winning games. So it must be. Yeah, it must be. I guess it has some of the same aspects as Bretonnia Skaven, but not nearly as much heavy cav. The problem with that last game is the heavy cav just couldn't get anything done. They were running into brick walls everywhere. And triads. Triads were pretty funny. I kind of want to try triads in the Bretonnian matchup, but almost every time I try anything in the Bretonnian matchup, I get some weird, like really strange off-the-wall build that exactly counters what you're trying to do. I forget what I was trying, but I used to take Rattling Guns a lot, and literally the second I stopped taking Rattling Guns, the first game I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to take a Rattling Gun. Lewin double Hippogriff. I was like, you know what, one Rattling Gun to get like 3,000 value of this game. Jesus. Talk more about how you fucked up the health of some Mayo. I didn't fuck up the health of some Mayo. We just had ugly peaks. So normal peaks are a Gaussian curve, and the peaks we were having were much more bumpy and weird, and it's because there were other things in there. But the settings on our mass spec weren't right, so other molecules besides just the one we wanted were getting through, because we had the diameter too wide. But I didn't know that. And the guys we're comparing with in Sweden weren't having that issue. They were having other issues. So we kind of did an exchange where it's like, all right, we'll help you with that issue because we're not having that. Here's how we fixed it. And they go, thanks. Now, what's your issue with this 1622 peak? And I said, don't know. It looks like shit. And theirs looks perfect. And they didn't know what to tell us. And I was thinking on it for a few days. And I said, wait, can you send me your exact mass tables? And when I saw their mass tables, we had something that was like 30 Daltons higher than theirs, which on a molecular level is very high. So I don't know why, because when I looked at the molecule we're looking for, we picked its actual mass. They picked a strange mass that's 30 smaller, but their research paper is the one our doctors want to imitate. So if they're doing it, quote unquote, well, I don't want to say incorrectly, but anyway, if they're measuring, let's switch it to fruits, right? If they're measuring oranges, and then I tell them, no, that's the mass for an apple, that's not the mass for an orange. They're like, well, then apples help the patients, so then it doesn't matter. As long as we're measuring this thing, whatever we label it, if a patient has a value in it that's high, they're more likely to get cancer. So tell them if they have a high value, right? Right. So I don't know what we're actually measuring anymore, but I will go I will go and fucking measure it, bro. What is a Dalton? A Dalton is a molecular weight. Daltons are like... Okay. How to describe it? What is a Dalton? A Dalton, or unified atomic mass unit, is a unit of mass widely used in physics and chemistry. It is defined as 1/10 the mass of an unbound neutral atom of carbon-12 in its nuclear and electronic ground state and at rest. It's the atomic constant, denoted as mu. Yes. Because, like, you can't measure an atom in any form of grams that makes any sense. It is 10 to the negative 27th of a kilogram. So it's much easier to just call it a Dalton. It's kind of, if you've ever played... If you've ever played League of Legends and you listen to any of the content creators, there's an ongoing joke about that's 3 Teemos away. Instead of stating the actual distance, you just measure by Teemos because Teemo is small. It's the same sort of thing. When you're in a system that either every time you talk about an atom, you can say that's 1 gazilla pico nanogram, or you can shorten it to say, we're going to say a Dalton, but we all understand that a Dalton is just a tiny amount, right? So if you add up enough Daltons, eventually it's more efficient to say grams. You're feeling smart just listening. Well, it bought us enough time. We're into game 2. Now the High Elves and Dwarves have to win this one, or the tournament is over for the finals, but we still cast the third place games, and Voidlaws and Evenstrail take home the big fat prize. Or will the Beastmen and Bretonnians just knock it out of the park? This is going to be a lot to cast. I'm going to wait for them to set it up. For the Dwarves, we have gyrocopters with brimstone guns. Brimstone guns. So 3 gyrocopters with brimstone guns to protect them in the sky. Frostart, Phoenix, and Alariel the Radiant. I'm guessing she has Tempest. She does have Tempest. We have... stop moving stuff. Oh, boy. Okay, this is a lot. Longbeards. Dwarf Warriors. Double Master Engineer, both with Restock and Flash Bomb and Firing of Thori. We have Thoric Ironbrow on his Anvil of Doom with the Slow and Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Nice. They spelled ass. Nice spelling. I love how his strategy is just to move it around a bunch. Yeah. Who in chat can correct any of this? Nobody. That's my secret. Alright. Lothern Seaguard. We do have some Spearmen. We have some Phoenix Guard. And we have some Silvering Guard. So a lot of mixed things. And I was a chemistry biochemistry double major, so I would hope I know a thing or two. I would hope. Even though I hate it and I want to do streaming and board game stuff forever, I learned stuff once. Double cannon from the Dwarves, Thoric Ironbrow, like we mentioned. I think we've covered all the infantry at this point. For the Beastmen and Bretonnia, Angor Spearman Herd. We have some Centaurs with throwing axes. We have 2 Tuskor Chariots, no air units. So the gyrocopters will get what they want and own the skies. We have Tuskor Chariots, more dogs, Bestigors, Wildscaster with Traitorkin, Torox the Brass Bull, more Bestigors in there. And yeah, for the Bretonnians, what knights do we have? Knights of the Realm, Questing Knights, Archers, Foot Squires, 4 of them. We have a couple of Peasant Bowmen, it looks like 3 or 4. They're moving around too much for me to know. We do have double Trebuchet that will duel with the Dwarven Cannons, and we have some Spearmen at Arms in the back, temporarily forgotten. Since when is it measured by XU? I don't know. He is correct, just using a weird name for it. I don't know, man. Speaking a different language. Okay. In your quick Wikipedia search, it's the same as the elemental mass unit. Yes, that is the same as the elemental mass unit, but it's much easier to say Dalton than elemental mass unit. Frickin'. we got a limited number of words in our life. Once you use all your words, that's it. You don't get to talk anymore, Cyrus. So I need to be careful about the amount of words I use to describe stuff. It's a finite amount of words in your body. So, gyrocopters are going to be very, very difficult to shut down. Peasant bowmen won't do that much to them. Throwing axes have to get directly underneath them to do good damage. And there's no Spirit Leech, just Traderkin. I don't actually know how much damage Traderkin does to gyrocopters. We're about to find out. Quick little Traderkin is going to slow them down so the peasant bowman can try and get some shots off. And the answer is not a lot. Okay. Traderkin did not do a lot of damage to them. Good to know. Good to know overall. Frostheart Phoenix and Larry are going to try and double team this Ungor Spearman herd, maybe terror route them off the side of the map real quick before the Knights show up, but instead they are realizing they're not getting a lot done, and the Knights are going to show up, so they will leave. Throwing Axes and Peasant Bowmen have a good surround on these gyrocopters for Houseplant. They're going to take a lot of damage. They want to get out of here. They want to get back to Larry, who can heal them up with some Earthbloods. Meanwhile, Lothern Sea Guards are teeing off into Bestigor herds. Bestigor herds do not enjoy being shot, even with their 95 armor. They have no shields, but they do get a little bit of healing from the Fey Enchantress. That's got to be weird for them. Beastmen getting healing. Ungor Spearmen are technically on the side of Lothern Sea Guard, and we do have a Chalice of Potions coming in. Will it be dodged? It does not look like it will be dodged at this moment. And the Lothern Sea Guard are going to take a big old shot to the head. Ooh, actually did more friendly fire. Sucks to suck. Ungor Spearmen herd are going to rout. Now, we do have Questing Knights and Chariots plowing to the side. Frostheart Phoenix is going to drop down with its Area of Effect debuff, lowering the melee attack of these Questing Knights. It is going to try and help the Longbeards hold everything at bay. Cannons are trying to aim at Torox, and the Phoenix Guard also need to move up and help out Thoric Ironbrow in this moment, I would think. Lothern Sea Guard are shooting at Steph, and the Gyrocopter's Brimstone guns are back. They're going to maybe shoot at the Fey Enchantress. I'm trying to see what the heck they are aiming at. Yeah, they're trying to poke down the Fey Enchantress just a little bit. Frostheart Phoenix and Larry are going to take the fight against Torox. How's Larry doing? I keep hearing worrying trends. Oh, no, that's Thoric. He's Thoric in there. Okay. It's not Larry. Another Traderkin on the Gyrocopter's not doing that much damage at this moment. The front line is entirely broken under the weight of the Beastmen, and the Silvering Guard on the back for the High Elves have not moved. Now, they are completing the box. They are trying to keep the dogs out, but maybe this is too much investment as Dwellers Below is going to come onto Foot Squires. And Phoenix Guard? I don't know if that is worth the trade, as the Phoenix Guard are taking a lot of damage for that, and I think that might be a big mistake. Unless that was Even Stars. Okay, wait, I forget there's two Bretonians. That might have been Even Stars, Dwellers Below, in which case it was a really good trade, but it's hard to tell whose that was. Torox is getting out of here very healthy. I think he's probably gotten a little bit of healing thrown his way. And Gyrocopter's Brimstone guns are still up here, still trying to do their best. Where's the Fey Enchantress in all this? Don't know. She was getting chased around by Gyrocopters, so I saw her taking damage. I don't know where she ended up. Bretonians and Beastmen are pushing in on the box. It looks like the box is holding firm in some parts, but this front left side has been crushed completely, and now, you know, hands are in the cookie jar. Where is the Fey Enchantress? Is she dead? Frightened by enemy unit. Damage sustained. Torox is over here. Attacked by artillery. Damage sustained. I don't think she's dead. Weird. Well, if we see her, we see her. More healing coming in for the Gyrocopters, trying to keep them alive. They are kind of the hope of this game. Gyrocopters pounding down Torox the Brass Bull at the moment. Really trying to take him out. Looks like they're slightly obstructed. Or are they just taking forever to shoot? Okay, they can't be obstructed. They're just taking forever to shoot. And it looks like the Dwarves are betting. There's the Fey Enchantress. We found her. Dwarves and High Elves are just betting on killing the leadership and routing off all the low leadership units. I guess that's one way of doing it. Larry is stuck on the ground fighting Knights of the Realm and Bestigor herds, so she's not a huge fan of that and having a bad time. These Gyrocopters do need to turn around, need to shoot at the Fey Enchantress, most likely. They're also a little clustered up, but there's a lot to micro going on, so I understand clustering them. Gyrocopters trying to pick her off, but she does have physical resist and missile resist. It's tough go. It's tough go. Another Chalice of Potions comes down. Looks like it killed some Phoenix Guard and Longbeards, which is pretty good for them. The Frostheart Phoenix is trying to peel off these Tuskar Chariots and help out the Spearman / Master Engineer. Larry's getting some healing down. Balance power is creeping back towards the middle, especially with Beastmen in the game. That is as middle is going to get. Gyrocopters have almost infinite ammunition, considering there's a Master Engineer over there. There's actually two that can heal them up. And Fey Enchantress is reaching her healing cap. And those Brimstone guns are getting some good damage in, even if she has missile and physical resist. They want to keep doing that. Ooh, Fey Enchantress gets very, very low on health. She is actually routing now, and that could be a big way back into this game as she is getting chunked down by these Brimstone guns. No mercy. No mercy. Now, the main part for the High Elves and the Dwarves is just keeping this single entity core alive with those Phoenix Guard while the Gyrocopters finish the rest of the game for you. That is the whole plan. Though these Centaurs with throwing X's could make that a big problem, I wouldn't hate if Larry had an Earthblood in her to give it to the Gyrocopters. She has done a little bit of healing. You can see that they have still 3 out of 3 other models for all of them, and even some of them have their healing caps coming within sight. Larry does suffer a nasty overcast to heal them up, but the Centaurs with throwing X's are right beneath the Gyrocopters, and they start to move. That was a very nice dodge. Couldn't afford to stay right over. Torox is also dead. Torox is also dead. Fey Enchantress didn't die, but she did shatter, and they didn't have the time to chase her off. Torox has routed. If you can take the time to kill him, that would be nice. You know, there is a Lord is dead penalty over the Lord has left. It's a little bit better. It looks like Larry is trying her best, but she just keeps like T-posing on him, getting up right behind him, and then deciding that's enough for today, and not doing very much. Rune of Wrath and Ruin does rout off one Peasant Bowman with Pox arrows. Thoric's very healthy. His Master Engineers are very healthy. 2 Gyrocopters still around, getting more ammo. They just have to stay alive, and 1 Gyrocopter did actually rout. It looks like all the way off the map, so that is a pretty big loss over there. Dogs are going to catch Larry, and Torox is honestly probably going to rally. He's probably coming back. I wouldn't be horrifically shocked if Larry died instead, because that's just how this game goes sometimes for no reason. Larry's getting fucked up. Frostheart Phoenix is coming over. Gyrocopters have to come over here and kill Torox right now. Otherwise, he is going to pounce onto Larry and definitely 100% kill her dead. Could be a big problem. We have an Earthblood coming in for Larry, trying to keep her alive. Gyrocopters are coming, but so is Torox. Torox is diving in. Torox gets a hit onto Larry. Gyrocopters' Brimstone guns are here. Larry, something knocked him over. I think it was the Frostheart Phoenix. He's actually close to breaking himself, but the Gyrocopters are here. They're going to want to finish the job onto Torox to get the Beastman army out of here. These Gyrocopters are taking a lot of throwing axes, and they're trying to get back towards their lord. Some bombing runs coming in, routing off all the dogs. Torox did, in fact, die, so we have a Lord is dead debuff and all those bombs, routing off a ton of units. Thoric and his lads are hanging out. There's a Trebuchet that doesn't have a lot left to shoot at, honestly, as there's just single entities. The allied troop count is 44 versus 1,000. Larry routs, though, as the Grog's wolf. You know who I'm talking about. They surround her, along with some Knights of the Realm. They're going to kill off Larry and this Frostheart Phoenix probably shortly after. That could be a big loss, but I think the Dwarves alone can handle it if they keep their Gyrocopters in this game. Speaking of which, okay, 1 does rally. Very close to dead there. Big old pile of units taking down Larry. Frostheart Phoenix is doing its best to rout them off, and if anything routes in this direction, it's going to run off the map, so spooky. But Larry is caught. Master Engineers have tons of ammunition. Gyrocopters! We lose a Gyrocopter, and they're so close to breaking to get back to Thoric, where they're nice and safe. Peasant Bowmen are almost out of ammunition. Centaurs with throwing axes are out of ammunition, so if these Gyrocopters can just figure their shit out for just a second and withstand these pox arrows, they'll be okay. They'll be okay. Frostheart Phoenix is routing off 2 different Bestigors and some Knights of the Realm. Lord fled recently, so Larry went off the map. Ooh, and all the Bestigors and Knights of the Realm rally. Frostheart Phoenix is still trying to fight. Just so many units. I still think the Dwarves have probably got this, but that Gyrocopter breaks. Oh no, and this Gyrocopter's going to break. Oh no, you hate to see it. Firing of Thori is going to delete those Peasant Bowmen, and that is huge in trying to keep these Gyrocopters from breaking again. They just can't be shot anymore. If they get shot anymore, they're definitely going to keep breaking. Over here, Frostheart Phoenix is doing its damnedest. It is struggling so hard. And these guys are going to shatter, actually. Oh, no, they're just routing again. Double Master Engineer and Thoric. Can you carry this whole game? I don't know. Gyrocopters have enough leadership to come back, but they're getting chased by Centaurs. If they rally, they can shoot those Centaurs. Ooh, and the Phoenix Guard can kind of help out. And maybe between the 2 of them, they can rout that Centaur. Alright, those Gyrocopters are gone. Centaur is also going to rout, though. Very negative leadership. It's gone. Gyrocopter can come back. I don't know if there are any restocks left in the tank. This Frostheart Phoenix is still here, by the way. Just throwing that out there. He has 60 melee attack because of the Rune of Doom, but as I say that, it wears off. And so many of these units are real close to breaking off. Thoric and the Master Engineer are still holding against infinite amounts of peasants. Trebuchets have, like, nothing to shoot at. If they shoot at these guys, they'll honestly do more damage to their own units. Gyrocopter's out of ammunition. Can it get a restock? We will see. Frost Heart's routing some stuff, and a mass chain route might start as those Bestigors are running away. Can these Ungor Spearmen also be forced to run? No, and the Frostheart Phoenix getting charged in the rear is probably going to break. It's been negative for a very long time. Yes, it does break, so it's going to stop doing damage. Bounce Power swings back towards the middle. A restock did come in for the Brimstone guns. They're going to fight those Foot Squires. This is a wild one. This is a wild one. Larry can't dwellers. Oh, you're right, you're right. Go RTK. Oh, the last Gyrocopter shatters off. Came back to on 1 HP to a losing game. Of course he comes back now. Yes. Okay. Am I allowed to shoot things? I think. As long as Thoric engages too. Like, walking at something. Losing Lariel was so unnecessary, she could have escorted out Torox while flying. On the other hand, she couldn't hit her basically once in over half a minute, so it was likely worth a try. Yeah. So the Master Engineers can fire, but they're not alone in fulfilling the attacking role, so Thoric also has to move towards things. That's what Houseplant's question was. Is Master Engineers alone don't count as attacking, technically. Kind of like Marcus Wolfhard in the late game running away. Doesn't count as attacking. He has to, like, kind of engage something. Wait, I actually don't know if that's true. But anyway, if it was Marcus Wolfhard and a knight unit, like, the knight unit would have to attack something. So what is left? Not a lot. This Master Engineer is going to stop. He's going to fire a quick shot at those Knights of the Realm, but it looks like he's not going to get much done there. And this Master Engineer is going to walk over there and start firing at the field trebuchets. Like at the physical models, not even at the guys. He's just shooting his little shotgun at a trebuchet. Evenstar and Void are rallying up. Can Thoric do it? Can he do it? I don't know. It's going to be a hot minute. Okay, trebuchets are pulling away. Thoric is advancing. So again, to anybody who's like, I thought you said the Master Engineers don't count as advancing. Yeah, Thoric's been advancing this whole time. It's just wherever he goes, Evenstar runs away. Which is fine. Like, he can do that, but I'm just, you know. If he's going to run away, it's also not a rule break then that Thoric can't catch anything. If only SE remains, shooting should be considered as attacking. Alright, if you say so. Queden says shooting is attacking. So you're fine. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Peasant bowman running away. Dun 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 dun. Peasant bowman running away. Bum bum bum. Peasant mob's gonna run next. Bum bum. Getting shot in the face. Bum bum. We got on 15 minutes on a actually pretty small map. Kinda wondering how that is possible, but with kiting anything is possible. Where's the other trebuchet? Wait, do you see this? It says 2 models, but where's the second model? This one's broken. That one's broken. What the fuck? Anyway. Thoric is chilling. He's sitting in the field trebuchets so that the other crew can't come back. What? No, I was asking? Well, too late now. But, sorry. Without a question mark there, I thought, the sentence, if only SE remains, shooting should be attacking, made me sound like it is attacking. Alright. I got pinged in the Turin Discord. I probably have time to check that. Okay. Cool. Anyway, Rune of Doom has been popped by Thoric as the peasants sprint into him. Now, the peasants aren't what we care about. We care about these Bestigors. We care about these chariots. And the Centaurs are going to rear charge. Now, Master Engineers don't have that great of leadership. So they're getting a little wavery over here. A Flash Bomb does nerf down this entire blob, but Tuskor Chariots are running in, and they're having a hard time getting any flanks because of all these Trebuchet models, but Thoric's going to have to immediately prioritize killing those Tuskor Chariots with his melee attacks if he can. No Rune of Wrath and Ruin so far as I saw. Grog's Wolf Run running in for the second Flash Bomb charge, and Tuskor Chariots do their best to get a couple hits on the Master Engineer. Thoric and them are still fighting. These Bestigors are the most healthy Bestigors on the map. If you have a Rune of Wrath and Ruin, it kind of needs to go down now-ish. Because those Bestigors are doing a lot of damage, and you got to get rid of them. I guess there's also Foot Squires he's worried about. There are 3 units. One is extremely low, but the other 2 are actually decent. Excellent cycle charging spacing from the Centaurs here, doing really well. I'm kind of surprised this Master Engineer hasn't routed yet. And there's the Rune of Wrath and Ruin we were waiting for. It is not overcast, so Thoric doesn't take any damage. And does, without being overcast, though, it also doesn't do that much damage to the Bestigor herd, so there's, like, you know, kind of a tit for tat there. Boom. Okay. Master Engineer is going to rout off those Bestigors. They're running for their lives. This Master Engineer is so close to routing, and Thoric is also not doing great. Trebuchet crew coming back, full health. Not a lot of rocks left, but not a ton they can do about it. Firing of Thori, going to hopefully clear off some Foot Squires, but they actually tanked through that okay. And this Master Engineer is getting pretty low. I think Evenstar and Void are maybe going to claw this back. If the Field Trebuchet routes, it's actually going to make the Foot Squires probably route too, because they're not expendable. So they do give the debuff if anybody routes next to them. Now this could be a tricky scenario, because if the other Master Engineer routing, Evenstar or Void could chase it off with something, and that would be considered attacking, and then they could back off and recover vigor or something elsewhere. Well, Peasant Bowmen with arrows are trying to fire in, get a little bit more poke damage onto Thoric, but also just poison him, make him a little worse at his job. Bestigors are trying to chase down the Master Engineer. Getting so close to breaking. They might do that random thing where they just break for no reason, but those are Bestigors. They're relatively elite. Bounce power is still in the favor of the Dwarves, but it's including a lot of bounce power into the ammunition that they can't really spend that easily right now. Thoric's fighting, hanging on. Centaur's still cycle charging. These guys still firing their pox arrows. This Trebuchet, I don't think it's firing because it doesn't want to hit its own troops, so it's just waiting. Waiting. The Treb walk. Well played. Well played. I don't know what it means by that. Oh! The Trebuchet crew came in and grabbed their Trebuchets and moved them out of the way. That's hilarious, because he was tired of them blocking for Thoric. So Evenstar just grabbed his Trebuchets and left. That's really funny. Alright, Thoric Master Engineer still fighting. It's not over by any account, but the Master Engineer over here died, I think. Yeah, I think that's his little body. Thoric's still fighting. If he gets another Rune of Wrath and Ruin off like that, he might have a chance in this game. Does a lot of damage. That's a big shock of damage. You guys gonna go negative? They go negative, but they immediately come back to positive, and that is probably going to be GG. If that didn't drag him into the dirt, I don't think anything will. Master Engineer is fading. Thoric Ironbrow's fading. But can he break these knights? Oh, the last Master Engineer breaks. Thoric's so close to breaking, but he's hanging on for now. There's not going to be a Rune of Wrath and Ruin for an awfully long time. There are some Bestigors waiting nearby. There are more peasants. I mean, I guess peasants don't really matter. And he just can't break anything here, and he is going to fall, and that'll be the end of the High Elves. And the Dwarves, meaning Evenstar and Voidballs, are a winner for the day. Not dropping a game. The Houseplant and Killing Smalls gave it hell. Thoric, 2,600-ish value. Master Engineer is about 1,200 apiece if you round them. Like, you know, round one up, round one down. Gyrocopters, one of them got crumped somewhere that I didn't see, but 1,500, 2,800 value, 1,700 there. Cannons also got butchered. For Killing Smalls, Alariel, 600 value. Spearman and Silver and Guard mixed, but overall, eh. Phoenix Guard, one got terrible value, one got great value. Offense Seaguard had a tough time. Frostheart Phoenix did okay. It was routing some stuff, so it doesn't really matter about its value too much. GG's indeed. Even Star, Fey Enchantress only got 1300 value before the gyrocopters kicked her in the head really hard. Foot Squires did mixed, but overall well. Peasant Bowmen also did well. Knights of the Realm did well, while the Questing Knights didn't as much. Trebuchets did okay. For Void, Torx Brass Bull did okay before gyrocopter shot him in the head. Caster did fine. Bestigors did great. Tuscar Chariots did great. Centaurs did great. Dogs did well as well. So GG, well played. Okay, and I have all the replays for the bronze match just now, so we're good to go. Let's do this. Okay, all right. All right, you guys. Are you ready to find out who wins the third place prize? And boop. Let's do this. These are the last 3 games of the day. Let's go. Same maps as the finals. Marius. And the guy's name with a V that I can never pronounce. Vorturius versus Swarv and Tank. Swarv and Tank on the Dwarves and Beastmen. Advancing. Oh boy. And since there's no setup phase, it's actually going to be pretty fast. Centaurs, Harpies, Razor Gore Herds, more Harpies, more Gore Herds, and then Razor Gores again. We have the Butchers of Kalkengard, very good unit. I think in the DLC release they were slightly forgotten, but they used to be excellent. And that's already happening as Centaurs charge into the Sterling's Revenge. We have Brave Shaman Wilds and Torx the Brass Bull. For the Empire and Dark Elves, we have Sterling's Revenge, who deployed in the Vanguard and got swarmed by Centaurs and Harpies. On the far side, we have Empire Knights, Spearmen, Dark Shards, Reaper Bolt Throwers, Blades of the Blood Queen, Harganeth Executioners, Sigmar Sons, Bleak Swords, Dread Spears, some great swords from the Empire, and Dark Shards. A lot of armor piercing here. We have some Demigryph Knights with Halberds, a Warrior Priest, and Balthasar Gelt in the sky. Also in the sky, we have Malekith on a Dragon and a Master. These are spicy. Empire Knights, Outriders with Grenade Launchers, and in the backfield, we have Pistoliers, Dark Riders, and Dark Riders. Okay, I don't know if we mentioned the dwarves, but we do have Gotrek, Felix, Thoric Ironbrow, a whole bunch of Quarrelers, and some Dwarf Warriors across the front line with the Ekron's Miners, it looks like. And some Slayers. Okie dokie, Sterling's Revenge are shattered. Shattered, big dead. Big dead, many shattered. Boom. Okay, Maiden confirming that the Master Engineer's shooting doesn't count as attacking, so Thoric would have to walk at something, but the Master Engineers aren't forced to go into melee. They just can't run away, I guess. I don't know, that's a tricky one. Dwarf Warrior's firing up, Balthasar Gelt chilling, vibing in the sky. He has Final Trans, wonder what he's going to use it on. Maybe if you can bait Brass Body out of Torox, and then when it wears off, throw Final Strands down, because 40% damage resist will really mess with what you want to do. Centaurs, Gore Herds, charging forward. Harpy's going to fly straight over the front line and get onto the Dark Shards. There's not a lot of ranged assets that they can shut down, so I guess it's pretty easy to pick your targets. And Torox and his Minotaurs just literally push through the Dread Spears to run over the Warrior Priest and goon him out, doing so much damage so quickly. Oh my word. He's already dead. He's already dead. Okay, dwarves are free to fire. They're killing a lot of great swords and probably the Harganeth Executioners later. Nothing there is shielded, so they're fine with it. And what is this? Big overcasted Final Trans? Yes. And it is hurting Felix and Gotrek, along with the Butchers of Kalkengard. Torox did manage to avoid it, but I mean, it's still a really good cast. It's doing a good amount. What is this? What's coming in now? A Traitorkin from the other side. Didn't hit any Cav. Oh, it did hit these Demigryph Knights. So yeah, good cast, good cast. Torox is also beating them to death. And where do they run if this side of the map isn't accessible? Does everything just run along the map? I guess it does. That's interesting. Malekith is fighting Centaurs and winning, but he's about to get a very nasty surprise as Butchers of Kalkengard are thinking about surrounding him. He is now blocked in, and I imagine his health bar will be dropping very, very quickly. This might be too many Centaurs, though. This might be too much of a pile-up. This map is cool. IDK, why we never see it? Probably because one side has a side of the map they can't route off of, so they have an inherent advantage, while the other side can route straight off. I don't know, though. It is cool. Oh, also its deployment zones are super thin. Like, they're like this. Alright, Malekith not having a great time fighting Gotrek and all these things. Maybe too much of a commitment here, though, as it looks like another final trans is coming in, and a Gaze of Malice. This is going to be big. Boom! And Butcher's Count Guard are almost dead. A rear charge in from the Harpies is going to probably help their morale a little bit as a Masters here, but Malekith is getting dumpstered, and it looks like the Empire and Dark Elf alliance is not long for this world. Gelt's still healthy and happy. Masters down here chilling. A lot of Beastmen are routing off at this moment, but the Dwarves are extremely healthy. They're doing just fine. There are a bunch of Pistoliers. There are some Blades of the Blood Queen still alive, some great swords, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to grind through. Oh, Malekith skirting the line, not running straight forward, trying to buy himself some time to rally. He just doesn't want to go off, but there we go. And as soon as he goes off, it says victory is in our grasp. It starts to go. Is that army losses? Maybe. Pistoliers haven't army lost yet. They'll be our indicator for whether or not the Empire is going to army loss. Argonath Executioners still doing okay. What else is even around for the Dark Elves? Oh, I guess the Empire has Balthazar Gelt. They probably won't army loss as long as he's around. Though you say that, as it's looking pretty bad. And he has now landed in Quarrelers. Is this another final trans, or is this a Traitorkin? Yeah, it's a Traitorkin. Rear charge from the Harpies is going to break Gelt, and without Gelt, the Empire army will crumble, shatter, and die. And the Dark Elves will follow suit. GG. Sigmar Sons out there fighting. Gonna hit the fast forward button as we watch the Sigmar Sons fight for the rest of their lives. Dun 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 dun. Alright. Replay 2. This is for the third third place prize. Gotrek getting 2,500 value. Not a lot else getting a ton of value. Slayer's almost paying for themselves. Well, one of them did, but he died. I guess that's a Slayer's dream. Pay for yourself and die. Yup. For Swarv, Tor Express Bull 1,600. Wildscaster 900. Centaurs all did really well. Razorgores did fine, and Butcher's Calcan Guard kind of got murked by final transes, but it happens. Gelt 2,300. That's good stuff. Great Swords honestly did okay. Empire Knights and Free Company Militia got murdered. Oof, yeah, all the cavalry got murked down. Great Swords did okay. Malekith, 1,500 value. Not worth it if he's on his dragon. I didn't see any breath attacks from him. Maybe I just missed them, but oh well. Blades of the Blood Queen actually probably got close to paying for themselves before army losses hit, and nothing else in the Dark Elf roster did. Replay 2. This was blind picks. It looks like we have Tank on the Vampire Counts and Swarv on the Tomb Kings versus Marius on the Greenskins with the Vampire Counts as an ally, the Von Karstein Lords specifically. And we have Grimgor! If Grimgor can find his target, he'll do well, but I have a feeling Isabel is going to be flying, and the Tomb King's Lord is probably going to be on a horse. It's probably going to be Arkin on a horse. So, for Tank and Swarv, we have Casket of Souls, Tomb Guard with halberds, some Skeleton Warriors, Ushabti Great Bow, Chosen the Gods Ushabti Great Bow, more Skeleton Warriors, some Chariots. I think I mentioned the Sphinx of Usef, but there is also a Casket of Souls. We have Cetra on his kitty, more Chariots, more Skeleton Warriors. Okay, for the Vampire Counts, Zombies, Graveguard, Sternsmen, Zombies, Blood Knights, Very small and elite army, considering the 2v2 size. White King and a Necromancer. For the other side, we have Goblins, Zombies. Goblins in the back, Graveguard, Skeleton Warriors, Graveguard, Goblins. The Tithe, Sternsmen, more Graveguard. We have Vlad von Karstein, the Claw of Nagash. So no Isabella. Grimgor, Orc Shaman, Goblin Big Boss, Stone Trolls, the Swamp Things, and Orc Boarboy Biggins, along with some Black Orcs. We also have a Necromancer from this Vampire Counts. Usually you take Isabella here, because Isabella could heal up Grimgor. Vlad can't. Vlad's Invocation Heck cannot heal living things, so Grimgor gets no healing. Okay. Queden. You're announcing the third place winner before I'm done casting all of their games. Silly person. Alright. What to talk about while the armies collide? Not really sure. There's some skirmish cav I didn't see. But none of them are Morgrims? No, we have one Morgrim, so they'll do okay against Blood Knights. These two Spider Riders can't do anything against Blood Knights. Because they have armor, shields, and then they even have that flag of Bloodkeep, which gives them 20% missile resistance if they're not engaged in melee. And ooey owie, the Claw of Nagash is taking tons of damage from those Ushabti Great Bows. It's going to pull back. Vlad's even going to heal it up a little bit. But it did not enjoy that soiree. Not at all. I was about to panic and say these Blood Knights are going to hit the Chosen of the Gods, and then I realized they're on the same team. They're just green and blue health bars instead of red. Damn you. Queden! Come on, Queden. Alright, Stone Trolls, Boar Boys, they're all doing fine. They're advancing a little bit. Claw of Nagash is pulling back, just trying not to die to these Ushabti Great Bows, who are actually taking a decent amount from Skirmish Cav, especially Morgribs, doing good damage to them. Casket of Souls is trying to kill some Skeleton Warriors, probably wants to shift its gaze to the Grave Guard, but who knows. Because this Tomb King Vampire Count's front line is pretty weak. They've spent a lot of their money on big assets, which is fine, like that's good, but they don't really want a long, drawn-out bump and grind. So this Casket's going to be pretty crucial. Necromancer now getting teed off on by the Chosen of the Gods. Claw of Nagash is safe for now, healing up a little bit. Ushabti Great Bows do get caught by Skeleton Warriors a little bit, taking some free damage. And what is that wind spell? Is that a Wind of Death? Is that a Wind of Death? Those absolute meme lords. Wind of Death, arcing to perfectly hit whatever this unit was that wasn't the Skeleton Warriors. That was kind of interesting. So it does take out like 2 units overall if you average the damage between 3 things. Necromancer gets into a fight with a Goblin Big Boss. That's not going to be a good fight for him, so that is a nice little catch there from the side of Marius and Dr. Wienstein. Now this big clump is a problem because that Casket of Souls is going to hit so many awesome things. It's going to have a great time doing that. But Vlad is trying to push through and get on with his life as quickly as possible. Now these are both undead factions, so neither the Tomb Kings or the zombies are going to rout in any format. And the chariots are cycle charging nicely from Swarv. Juicy value there from the Casket of Souls. Where is Grimdank Ironhide? He's over here helping kill a Necromancer that the Goblin Big Boss softened up for him, and now he's slapping some chariots. Wouldn't hate if after he was done killing the chariots, he ran forward and took care of the Casket of Souls. Because what is healing up over here? A lot of Grave Garden stuff. Claw of Nagash is trying to sneak up through the trees. Wonder if it's a little safe for him to come out now. And Goblin Wolf Riders, they don't really have a place against the undead. They have nothing to fight. Now Blood Knights and Chariots are going to crump them down very, very quickly. Grimgor did get up to the Casket of Souls along with his Goblin Big Boss, and they are slapping down a White King. But Cetra and his Necrosphinx just one-shot the Goblin out of existence, and now it's Grimgor versus 3 big things. Stone Trolls are close to breaking just because, and a lot of the cavalry / Black Orcs have been left behind for the Greenskins. Oh no! Alright, Grimgor, what can you do, buddy? What can you do? Can you hang in there? On the far side, some Graveguard and zombies. Blood Knights killed whatever that was in that area, and this big horde of infantry turned into a small horde of infantry as a million Casket of Souls shots took care of things. But a Foot of Gork does almost elite an entire unit of Tomb Guard with halberds, and goblins are now coming in to support along with Vlad von Karstein. So maybe Grimgor can live through this experience. Stone Trolls also coming in. And with all this support, this Casket of Souls should probably be dead. Probably. Maybe. Sort of. So this is how a family fight between vampire counts looks like. They gather some allies, raise some undead, and go have a go at each other. Yup. And Queden, you're fine. I was just teasing you. Very tight formation almost every game. And they should gaze and gash Mortis Engine. Probably. Does he even have gaze? He does. No, he doesn't. He has Zombie Summon, Healing, and Van Hell's Dance Macabre. So he doesn't even have gaze. Grimbor is getting worked on by Cetra at the moment. Invocation to Heck and Dejaf's blades on him. And Master of Beguilement is cast on Grimgor, so his melee attack is actually nerfed at this moment. Sucks to be him. Greenskins and Vampire Counts are falling behind on the balance of power. Blood Knights are surrounding the Claw of Nagash. Gonna probably drag it down. Doing surprisingly little damage at the moment, but I'm sure they'll figure it out sooner or later. Skirmish Cap's trying to bail them out. It's not looking like it's going to work. Vlad has almost reached his heal cap already, and he is still very, very low on health. As that Sphinx Usef just isn't missing, even though it only has 26 melee attack. I hate this game. That thing had 26 melee attack, and it just hit Vlad like 6 times in a row. It doesn't have any anti-infantry. It has anti-large. I hate this game. Alright. We did it! We cast 2-2 tournament. Swarv and Tank did indeed take the 3rd place. So first place, Evenstar and Voidlaw. 2nd place, Houseplant, Killing Small. 3rd place, Swarv and Tank. Real quick, for Tank, Isabella got 730 value. She was more supportive than attacking. And Tank's Necromancer got caught out by that Goblin. Did 11 damage value before he died. Graveguard did okay. Blood Knights did great. For Swarv, Cetra, 1700 value. Pretty okay, considering you're still full health. Chariots did fine between the two of them. Ushapti did great. Necrosphinx did great. Cats and Skulls did excellently. For Marius, Grimgor honestly did fine. Orc Shaman and Goblin Big Boss did fine. A lot of his other units kind of underwhelming in the long fight. Morgum's Magi Marauders got 1400 value. That's kind of nuts. Stone Trolls and the River Trolls. Wow, this River Trolls 78 value. Oof. Trolls, am I right? Vlad, 1,900. Necromancer, 97. Just a supporting unit. Graveguard, oof. Not great values on them. The one Blood Knight did okay. And the Mortis Engine got big murdered. And at the end of the day, the winner just revives to the loser and rubs it in their face. Alright. Cool. That's it for today. My voice is shot. How long have we been going? Almost 4 hours. Gotcha. Thank you for showing up, everybody, today. Thanks to Queden for hosting this tournament and letting me cast it. It was a grand old time. I'm going to check in with Queden, make sure everything with the event went okay. Off stream, obviously. And then I'm going to head off to work. You all have a great day. Also, Graven. That's a good meme. I like that meme.